Yeah, it gets better and better each time.
Yeah, dude.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Little
We
practice.
got Laura
Yeah.
from Kingdom Christmas Lights. We got Michael Zuzak from Zuzak LEC. We got Jim Clore, your SEO champion, which I'm going to talk to you about in a minute. And then we got Joey Murphy. He's actually in the middle of working. We're hoping he doesn't get fired from his new job, but he's out there working on the clock while doing a podcast. So, what's up, Murph?
Oh yeah, and I got Gracie here. It's like
Oh, yeah? What's up, Grace?
Look at this. She's like super cheap.
Oh,
Oh,
No, it's
Like super
Oh,
famous.
Lord have
Super
mercy.
oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
She was born there. Yeah.
Oh, she was?
Born there.
Yeah.
You know, Murph is from the Big Easy.
Yeah.
He's from New Orleans, so it's the Super Bowl's in his home state, hometown.
Yeah, Chelsea was born there. I grew up in Colorado Springs, but I lived in Louisiana for 6 years, and yeah, it's exciting. I wish I was there. Honestly, it's gonna be so much fun.
Well, if the Skins won, we were going to be there, but fucking Jim Clore was just talking smack about the Redskins so much
Gave
they
him the bad
lost.
mojo.
That's exactly what happened.
Dude, it was like all over Facebook, like F the Redskins and all this other stuff. So I think I blame it 100% on you, bro.
Well, man, everybody gave me so much crap the week before because the Ravens suck. So,
Well, they had a hard game.
Yeah, Murph, did you know that Jim, him and I are like fifth cousins or some crap like that?
Fifth cousins? How do you even track that?
It's like, I don't know, it's kissing cousins. I'm not sure how it works.
Ancestry.com?
Yeah,
They have all kinds of stuff out there.
It's a small town, man. It's a small town. Fredericksburg. Yeah.
Hey, there ain't too many people from Fredericksburg and have Roby and be across the country. So we just figure we are, even if we're not.
Yeah,
I mean,
somewhere down the line.
That's how
That's
it's
our
in
world. Let us live
Louisiana.
Yeah, it's true.
In Zuzak, man, what's going on with the landscape lighting scene? I seen that your son's been out there boxing, and you've been doing that, and you've been still doing jobs, core drilling and stuff. What's up with that?
yeah, I've been doing lighting, landscaping, everything, drainage. I mean, whatever, anything outside, basically.
What's new? How's the Haven thing going on, or the Zuzak
Oh.
products? How's all that going?
Pretty good, actually. Last year, I was pretty surprised. I mean, I'm not a millionaire, but I mean, I did pretty good, like, for a first year. So, just see what happens. It was pretty decent.
You selling some products?
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
Selling a lot. I mean, selling, selling some, but not enough to like hang out.
You mean
Right.
retire?
Yeah, but but it's going. I'm still working. I still gotta work. Let's put it that.
Speaking of work, I seen you got some new tattoos, right?
I don't know.
Did you get some new Didn't you get your leg done or something?
Oh, I got my leg done. I got something on my arm. Just when I get, the guy's always booked, so I book him like every 4 months, and thinking that it's not gonna come that fast, and it comes that fast, and I gotta think of something.
So you
So-
just do something. I just need to tattoo every 4 months.
I just tell him, I just tell him the day before what I want.
Oh, I
Like,
see.
he reminds me. I'm like, oh crap, just give me a continent of Korea. He's like, all right, then do a continent of Korea. I don't know, just something.
So what's your process? Like I see your arm, you got some new tats on your arm there. So
Uh-huh.
what's the process? You're like, oh shit, I need a new tattoo in 2 days. I got to come up with something. Then what do you start
Yeah.
looking on the internet, or how do you do that?
Yeah, basically, I do the last minute. I just think of something quickly. But eventually, I'm gonna run out of space, and I'm not gonna have anything to think about.
You
So I
got to
don't
get
know.
the face done, dog. We get face tats.
No, maybe when I'm like 70, I'll do it to look cool, but that's about it.
Yeah. Laura's
No.
got tattoos on Laura.
Yeah, but I'm not, not very many. I haven't had one in a
She got
very,
2.
very long time.
It's a
Yeah.
good
Yes, you
it's a
do.
good icebreaker for me. It's like, hey, I like your tattoo. Hey, now we're in a conversation.
Yeah. So what's the relationship status for Zuzak? You eligible bachelor? What you got? Girlfriend? What you got?
Yeah, some friends.
You got
I have a
friends?
friend. I have a friend. But I mean, it's just friend, man. It's,
Yeah, you got some friends? Yeah. You got
I mean,
friend?
I got a friend. No, I got a friend. I'm just saying, like, I have no people. I'm
You can
I'm
rush
single,
into
but
the
I ain't
tattoo.
locked in yet. I'm not locked in
Yeah,
yet.
rush into the tattoos, not the relationships. That's what I always say.
Yeah. All right. Well, Zuzak got friends. What about you, Murph? What's up with you, dog?
Oh, talk about tattoos. Chelsea just got, I want to say side, but it's like her whole side and down her leg. And it's been a lot of sessions in there, but it looks really good. And then I'm probably gonna get one this year too. But I got a lot of tattoos already. But yeah, just lots of stuff happening in the warehouse, moving some stuff around. Working with lights at wholesale now.
Hold on,
Changing-
what? Hold on, what?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Your connection's going
Zuzak,
out,
did you
Ron.
hear this? Hello.
Your
Did he
connection's
say
going
he's
out.
working
Yeah, something
somewhere?
happened.
What did he say? Zuzak,
Yeah.
what did he say?
So it's something, some wholesale.
He said he has a new job. He's working at Lights at Wholesale.
Yeah,
That's-
we
that-
What?
what?
Let him
The-
finish
the-
explaining. Give him a
we're
freaking
gonna-
minute. Take a breath.
Ron's been stuttering on this since it happened, which is like,
Dude.
I don't know, over a month and a half, but it's kind of been in the works for a little
Absolutely.
bit. And yeah, just super pumped actually to work with them. It's, you know, what's going on over there and what we can add value to in the distribution world of Christmas lights and everything. It's pretty powerful stuff. We got a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline, and I can not wear so many hats. Like I always say 13 hats is what I'm wearing in distribution. I don't know why. I don't even know if that's a real number, but now I'm only really wearing a couple. So it gives me freedom and space to like explore further into things that I do, right? So like branding, Photoshop design, all of that kind of stuff is trade shows. We'll be going to a trade show later this month in Orlando. So we'll be present there as well. So yeah, I'm pumped to be working on it with a team of just powerhouse people. So
Yeah.
I say good for you, Joey.
Look who we have. We have Charles. Charles is representative of my friend David Morrell. Hey, Charles, can you turn your phone sideways?
Hold on. What's up, y'all?
Yeah, what's up, Charles?
Wilson, what's going on?
How y'all
Haven't
doing?
seen you in a bit.
Good.
It's been a little while. Season's over with. Now I'm
Yeah,
ready.
hallelujah.
Yeah, no, that's what I want to talk about for sure for the Christmas light business. Speaking of tattoos, I've had some good stuff and some troubling things tattooed on my heart about this last season. There was, I mean, our plan for Kingdom Christmas lights, if you didn't know, we own Kingdom Christmas lights, but compared to like 2 years ago, we just said we're doing a lot of volume, but we need to increase our quality because we're doing so much volume and our quality is not where it needs to be. So that was our focus last year. And we definitely got better in quality, but we lacked in volume. We definitely took a step back in volume. And I think it's a good thing because right now I'm like happy, dude. I'm really happy. All the lights are down. All the customers are happy except for the one or two that are always upset. But, you know, everything was good this season, you know, so I don't have anything to complain about. But then I'm watching other people in the industry learning, you know, their lessons. So that's what I think that I'd like to cover at this point. And Charles here, he's also in the Houston, Texas area installing Christmas lights. So welcome over here. But James Clore, he actually worked for a huge company doing a bunch of stuff in the Virginia area and then just stepped out of Christmas lights. Or, I mean, what's up with that, dog?
I know it's a weird
Elf
thing.
Pros?
Right?
Yeah. Would you get fired or what happened?
It's a weird thing. Right? Yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't get fired. I just had to do. I just had to do something a little bit different. You know, I said, man, I got this cousin down in Texas, and
Yeah.
self-employed and owns a big business. So I got to chase after him. I got to be like Roby.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I like it.
So Elf Pro, so you actually left the company during the Christmas season. Well, at the end of it, I guess.
No, beginning really, right? Well, middle. Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah. So early October is when I made the decision, but I wasn't done until middle November. So I spent a lot of time training my replacements.
Yeah. Did you tell them like, look, if they want anything more than $500, you just tell them we don't do that.
Hey, look, $250 minimum, $750 max.
Max.
Lights from Home Depot. I don't know about this lights at wholesale guy. I don't even know.
Yeah. Lights at Home Depot. That's
I don't know.
train the replacement.
Paul and I always wanted to catch up to Dustin and do, you know, like 40 or 50 homes a month, but we didn't get there, so I had to leave.
Wow.
No, really. No, seriously. I was friends with Paul before I worked for him, and I'm still friends with Paul. It was an amicable departure. It was just time to make a change, time to do something different.
Yeah. But now if you don't know this, Jim or James Clore, he actually started his career in SEO and stuff, and he's building our website, the new ChristmasContractor.com website. he's taking it on. He's saying it's going to be the best website. So if you're looking for SEO or website services, do not call this guy until he's done with my shit. Then,
We'll take a look at yours first and see how it looks.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you call me before I'm done with Ron's, I'm going to have to hire somebody. You know, I'm going to have to get a website VA to do the work, and it's going to be trouble. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into
man,
it.
Lights at Wholesale and CLC and all these guys, man, they better look out. Kingdom this year is going to.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you had, I tell you what, the website does a lot of work. You could have like a badass salesman and you could have a website. The website will outwork the salesman 24 hours a day. I mean, literally 24 hours a day. The website will outwork a salesman. But there are a few best of the best, probably the best acquisitions I've ever seen. And my buddy Murphy, I don't know how the hell Lights at Wholesale was able to bring him on staff, but that was like major league hire, bro. Major
It's
league creation.
like the Luca trade, kind of something like that, you know.
But well, I think they put the phrase blockbuster trade, blockbuster deal. Yeah,
It's good.
I can only imagine the money that it costs to get Murph on payroll.
You act like I'll stop there. I won't
Yeah.
say anything.
Yeah, no,
I'll stop.
Murph on payroll. Yeah, we have to save up our pennies, babe. Best in the business, Murph. So yeah, what's it like now, man? That you're putting together this. I know you have an event coming up this week, right? Or this month?
Yeah, you know, a lot of stuff is trying to. I say like my role is to package things right now. So a lot of things that make the branding, like I'm branding and sales basically. So there's certain things, even with distribution and stuff like that, that get done and then you're like, oh, this can be done better. And so the same thing with like the trade shows is kind of like, well, what's your trade show display look like? What does your uniforms look like? What do your brochures look like? Just all that branding, marketing type stuff. I love designing things like, you know, I do Photoshop and stuff like that. I love being creative. That's one reason why I left firefighting and being a paramedic and everything, was because I wasn't like tapping into my creative side. And so ever since I left that, I do kind of miss some things about that, but I love like business. And when you're able to create like a great image, great branding, like I'm excited about our trade show displays. We're doing a lot of things. There's the agenda and the amount of people that are over there. It's just a lot of people. I think that's another thing, is I didn't even know how big they were until I started diving into it, you know, and it's just, they're a giant that everybody should. And then they got different things going on, like me doing the branding, but now somebody's fully focused on the branding. So I know with Ron and stuff, you wear a lot of hats. You're trying to get your website up. I don't have to worry about my website anymore. You know, I just have to worry and focus on this one thing. So
Or this freaking, hey, that's my patent and all this other bullshit. And
yeah,
you know,
about that. I mean, I have to be knowledgeable, right? Because I have to do certain things. I have to kind of brand things a certain way, and it's kind of like you're branding it the same way. So you're still like really plugged in, but I don't have to order the supplies. Like our inventory management system will do that. It's really powerful things. So
Awesome.
you don't have to break your wallet out and take the stress of like, oh my God, I got $1.5 million in inventory. Hopefully I sell
that's
it.
stressful too with distribution. It's just cycling money, especially with Christmas light products. It's a big investment for somebody to do as a wholesale Christmas lights. You got to invest. And then right when you get all the money, you have to reinvest it again. Like you never get to see the money. It's just a giant rotating like laundry cycle. What's that called? Like the whirlpool effect. It's just churn. And so
then it gets stinky and moldy, and you have to wash it again.
You still have your Christmas lighting business, Murphy?
Yeah. So Murphy Christmas lighting is 100% just an installation business now. So I was doing a bunch of things under the platform, and we had a light show, and I sold that. That's actually down in Houston now, and by a different company and stuff. And then did a lot of landscape lighting. I hope to do a little bit more of that this year and dive in. Now I'm not as distracted, I guess, or thinned out. I don't know if distraction is the word, but not as thinned out. So
Diluted.
It's diluted. That's a good word. Yeah, these are synonyms that are good synonyms. But yeah, that's what, like for 2025, and I'm looking at it is like, how can we be better, right? And every year you kind of analyze your business, go over things, and it's like, how can we just be better, provide better, provide for more people, give to our families what we want them, give to the employees what we want to. And you know, the moves that I think we're making are pretty powerful over here. And we even now I sent Gracie's right here. I sent her how many tasks did you put into Jobber today?
Oh, like 70 feels like.
70. So I said, hey, I'm not gonna put this in, and I just started on my phone, just rattling my brain off, and because that's how like comedians do bits and stuff, and they're like, I got this idea. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna shoot this to you, put it in Jobber as task, and then we'll organize it later today. But I want her to see kind of how much like my brain is moving like this, and she's just like, holy moly, I got to spend half my day just jotting down your memories, you know. So it's also cycling the best way to channel that energy and put pen to paper. So
I had an interesting conversation with Murphy. I'm sure it was off the record, but I'll share it with everyone. But he was like, if I don't know if anyone used Jobber or whatever CRM, like you like send a customer an estimate, whatever it is, and then when it's like dead heat of the Christmas season, that customer's gone. That customer's gone. Anyway, so Murph was telling me, he said, I archived $2.5 million worth of customers, that they weren't interested to go with me this year. And I was like, holy shit, $2.5 million worth of customers. It's like, that was crazy. Quotes, crazy.
Yeah, it was the number was 2.8 something. So pretty close.
$2.8 million worth of quotes was archived.
That's you sent the quote. They don't want your service because you can once just how the lineup and the flow of everything is like the job would be converted if they wanted our service. So It's really how much are we quoting, and you look at like conversion rate and all that is like we are a superior service. So people want our service, and then do we book everybody? Or actually, it's a lot lower. As far as like a conversion rate, because we're not like a pressure washing company or a service company, and it's like we are in Texas too, which is really competitive, but it's like how we're doing our proposals, how we're doing everything. And some of these proposals there was one that took me a week, and we didn't get the job, and we did business with this entity last year, so I was hopeful for it, but then this new mayor, this and that it's really difficult to navigate. But if you don't throw your name in the hat, then it's not chosen. And it was a good project, it really was, and they decided to stall and maybe do it this next year because of different things. And so working with developers, really like how to bring in tax dollars with, you got new hotels with the city, that brings in tax revenue, trying to attract tourism. And like, so you're just talking a different game than just like, with a residential client and price per foot or something like that. It's just a different game being played.
Yeah. Price per foot. That's like loss leader, right? Those are your two favorite words.
Bing, 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 hot buttons.
Ding.
Those are hot buttons. Like, I remember like 2 years ago, if you said, why don't you just give the socket wire away for free, or maybe lose a little bit of money on it? It's a loss leader. Like Murphy would probably step up and maybe right hook or left cross. I'm not sure which one, but he definitely hits you for saying that shit.
It's jab, jab. I'm gonna knock you on the
jab,
ground.
jab.
Yeah. Like over here is like, so how we even separated our stuff, because we have a lease model. I'll give you a little glimpse and stuff, but we're moving stuff in the warehouse, and how we store our wreaths and everything else are a certain way. But I started clipping things on the side of racking and everything else. But like one thing we have up here is like, we have 90 48-inch wreaths that aren't in service. So we have a whole nother warehouse beside this one, and that stores all of our leased warehouse product. But we have over 90 just 48-inch wreaths that aren't in play. So we need to bid those out. We need to put those assets into projects. So just to tell like the size of like, and I don't like that. I don't say it with pride or anything else like that. It's 90 wreaths that I don't make money on. That's not good. Like we need to put things in service. So just the size and scalability of kind of what we're doing over here and how hard everybody's working. It's always coming up with new things all the time. We're trying to find new ways to store things, hang things from beams, and try to save money on things. And that's one thing with Lights at Wholesale is even they looked at my warehouse and they're like, you can scrunch things a little bit tighter. And I'm like, man, I don't know how much tighter we can get it with some of these things. But, they're successful at what they do. So when somebody's really successful, is kind of like they're trying to recommend something to you. And I have like the scientific approach of like, have you tried that yet? Like, have you? Or are you just like ego driven and you're just like, no, my way's the best way? It's like, no, you really need to hear them out and try it. So that's another refreshing thing, is getting another owner's insight. And it's like, if I had Ron right next to me every day in my warehouse or something, he'd be like,
you wouldn't get shit done.
Yeah, you're like, why are you showing up at 10 a.m., Joey? What's the problem? I've been here since 8, It's like, man, get off my back, Ron.
Yeah, you wouldn't get shit done hanging out with me.
He
Yeah.
said if Laura was at the warehouse with you, you'd get some shit done.
Yeah. No, during the season, I'm a different
Why do you think
person.
we hire Gracie? You know,
Yeah, Gracie's running
this is the
stuff.
person who gets shit done around here.
I try.
Yeah.
She does more than try. She does a pretty good job. She's operating the forklift. She's moving things. She's coming up with new ideas. It's we got
Well,
good
painting
teams.
pallet jacks pink and the pink drill. What was up with that deal?
Oh yeah, we got pink
Rock
drill.
silver.
Dude, she's
Pink
pink
shirts.
obsessed. This is her
Yeah.
pink cup, her pink keyboard. Like everything is pink around here.
Wow, sounds masculine.
That was a gift.
Yeah, it is. It is fabulous, Ron. It's see.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. No, yeah, manly. I like it.
Sexy.
Yeah.
Ben don't use it.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Charles?
Hey, man, whatever gets the job done. You know what I'm saying?
Seriously.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
Whatever gets
So-
the
No,
job done.
Well, that's I said. She says I have to name it, and I'm like, what are you gonna name it? And she thought it for like 10 seconds or something. She's like Polly. She's like Polly be popping. That's what she says.
Oh, Polly be popping.
Polly be popping the pallet jack. Yeah.
That keeps the morale going, you know?
Yeah.
that's right.
Productivity. It's all about productivity.
Yeah. Keeps the morale going. Sounds good.
Yeah, but like sometimes we'll get freight shipments and they're like, "Hey, I don't have a pallet jack. Can I need to push it from the back? And can I use your pallet jack?" And so we scoop it up with the forklift, bring it over there, and we bring it around. They're like, "Oh, that's cool." And I'm like, "Dude, it is nice. It's I mean it is a nice pallet jack. I don't know if you know things about pallet jacks, but I mean it is. That's some
Yeah,
good
like
hardware.
state of the art. Yeah, all I've
Yeah,
seen was the
state of
pink part. You lost me. I mean, you got me there.
Yeah.
So
Didn't
yeah,
look under the hood.
Zach, I got to show you something, bro.
I looked at the pink pallet jacks, and they are more expensive than the regular ones because I was going to.
Oh, the pink one was
Oh,
more
yeah.
expensive.
I'm
Yeah, we're
with
not
you.
Of
getting
course,
that. We're not
of
getting
course
that.
it is. That's what they always do.
So let's talk a little NFL, man. The NFL. The one thing I remember is the Washington Commanders and the Buccaneers in the first playoff game. Anybody remember that?
I don't remember it. I don't recall.
Look at Michael.
I don't
grabbing his
recall it.
head, hiding
I
his
don't re-
eyes,
He doesn't
I-
recall.
turning
I don't
red.
What's going
Doesn't
on? He
want to
doesn't
discuss.
recall.
I don't recall. I don't recall that game.
No, I think it was just the one mistake where shake and bake. He fumbled it off of his leg. I think that was like the turning point of the whole game.
Ah, man, there was a lot of bad things. Going for the field goal. I would have went for the field goal. The last 2 minutes,
Yeah,
just to give it back, I was like, nah, should have went for it.
bro, I felt for you right there. And then the freaking the Skins, man, they went to Detroit. I think that was like the Super Bowl. Like out of all the games, the fact that the Skins beat Detroit, that was for me. That was like they won the Super Bowl, even though they learned their lesson the next week. I was trying to get Lindsay Lights and Alex Bush on to talk about those Detroit Lions, but they all of a sudden had a scheduling conflict and didn't want to come talk to me about it. But you know, things happen. And then the Skins went to Philadelphia. Laura and I were actually talking about going to the game. It was only like $1,000 a ticket, and then we could drive there. But I think the reason why we didn't go is because the tailgate experience is so poor in Philadelphia. Do you know anything about that?
Oh, you didn't want to get jumped.
Yeah, check this video out. Let me see if you went to the
And
game.
I thought it was because of the freeze that we didn't go.
No, it had nothing to do with the freeze.
thought
It was this
Ron was scared.
right here. Watch this.
Take my jersey. Yeah, give it back. Give it back. And we putting belt. You hear me?
Now, I don't know, Zuzak, man. If I was there, Phil, what would you be like, fighting people or just like staying in your car until the game starts? Or what would you do to handle if this was the situation?
I would have had a liquor bottle and pouring glasses.
Right?
Like, hey man, you beat me. Take a shot. It would have changed everything.
Yeah,
That would have changed
think-
the whole. That would have changed all the energy right there.
Yeah.
you're right.
Definitely wouldn't be wearing a hat for sure, right?
Yeah.
Look at the cat. Look at the cat. Oh, chill, dog, chill. Give me that back. Give me that back. You was talking that at the beginning of the game. You was talking that at the beginning of the game. I'm dead serious. You all that You talk all that Bird gang. Hey. Let's go. You lost. Bro, why are you fucking... Bro, what the...
God.
Love you, dude. Oh, are you serious?
He's had to have like 5 beanies in his pocket.
I mean, those beaters are expensive.
Yeah, I just could only imagine if me and Laura walk into our car through this nonsense. I mean, I'd shoot a motherfucker. I'd have to. I mean, you're not gonna fight all them dudes.
No.
One thing for sure.
I did see the video where they were shooting in the crowd.
We have a lot of Philly fans down here.
Really?
Lot.
But it's nothing like being at Lincoln.
There's a lot here.
Not like that, but there's a lot. Like even our stadium will be mostly full of Philly fans than Bucks fans. There's a lot.
Wow.
It happens at baseball season too. There's a lot.
Yeah. Well, speaking of a lot, hey James, Jim, excuse me. Let me ask you about this catch, right? I mean this this game right here.
Man, I don't even want to talk about that.
Well, it was the 2 MVPs. It was
Look, I mean, if Lamar doesn't choke, the receivers do. It's the saddest thing in the world. Next year is the year. That's what they keep saying. I don't know how they're going to field a team that was better than this year, though. I think I just resigned myself to the fact that Baltimore sucks.
Well, it looks like Lamar Jackson actually got the MVP over Josh Allen. I did see that.
I mean, I guess. Congrats, but does that matter?
Yeah, all the trophies that don't matter, right?
It ain't bringing home the ring, so it doesn't really matter.
Them conditions are hard to play in, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's happened.
True. It was cold and snowy and all the above, but it shouldn't come down to a 2-point conversion with 30 seconds to go either. I mean, they should have just won the game. It wouldn't have mattered. But one thing we do know, if Philly wins the Super Bowl, there's going to be a fire. And if Philly loses the Super Bowl, there's still a fire.
Yeah, I'm not that excited about the Super Bowl this year. Charles, you watch football at all, dog?
Man, I do not watch football. Back whenever, like, during Christmas season is the main football season, and the only thing I'm focusing on is Christmas lights. So I've lost all connection. But I will watch the Super Bowl. However, I don't keep up with any teams. I don't have. The only thing I'm focused on is getting money at that time.
I'm with you on that, dude.
We watch preseason and playoffs. So we get to watch.
Yeah, definitely. Even preseason, I mean, you can kind of watch it on whenever it is, but because you don't watch them live, you just watch them on NFL Network here and there. We keep NFL Network in a news channel, YouTube TV, where it just kind of keeps them on both TVs above the office. But we just kind of glance at it, maybe like for 2 seconds. I'm distracted, but we're just work. And then the NFL on Sundays, I mean, we try to watch it, but I mean, as you know, it's 8:00 in the morning on Sunday. Hey, Ron, I'm at the office, my friend. No, I'm at the office. I'm only trying to get a few cases, my friend. Just come help me really quick.
Yeah.
I promise I'll be right back. And then you're like, all right, dog, whatever, man. I'll go over there. So I walk over or take my side-by-side to the office. And then as soon as he leaves with an order, someone else is there. And so I'm just selling materials all Sunday. And not just Sunday, but every night, like at 8:00, 9:00 at night, people are just stopping by like
night, all the time.
Every night. They're stopping by buying materials.
We're like 7-Eleven. We're 24 hours.
Yeah, all day, all night, and even Sundays. Sundays is a great time in the afternoons after people are done installing Christmas lights. Everyone's stopping by at night, stopping by all day Sunday. So NFL, it was like, I watched every Commanders or Redskins game, but that was it, bro. It really took a toll on us as well.
When I was cutting hair, Sunday was like my biggest install day because the barbershop was closed that day. So I was installing all day and all night at that time. So I completely lost it. I stopped watching football in probably 2013. I was done after that.
Yeah, just straight Christmas.
Just straight Christmas is all that's all I'm focusing on, baby.
Yeah, Zuzak, did you do Christmas this year or no?
Yeah, I did a little bit.
Same ones from last year?
Yeah, sending a couple extra, but like I said, I'm trying to stop just doing any second story stuff over here. I don't like it.
That's what you put the kids up there for, Denise and all that. You put them up on a lift and take them up there, right?
Man, there's parts you just can't get to without a lift, and then you have to climb off the lift, and it's hot. The ceramic shingles are hot, and I'm hanging off the edge just trying to get one bulb on the edge of the drip edge. I'm like, is this worth it? I don't know, man. It doesn't feel worth it.
There's a reason why people pay you to put them up.
Absolutely.
Right?
I
Yeah.
know, but I can do all these one-story ones, just knock them out. I'd rather just do that and run across the top of the roof and then be cliffhanger.
Yeah. What about you, Jim? But during the Christmas, so you left like at the end of the season, which is like Thanksgiving is the end of like near the end of the season. Am I right, guys? What do you have, like 5 more days and then the shit's over with? December 5th. I mean, it's over, dude. But right around Thanksgiving, so you left. So what has life been like since you've ejected? It was like a shock, like, oh my God, I'm not doing anything.
Well, I'll tell you, going from 70 hours a week to 40 or 50 is a little bit of a boredom challenge, right? So it took a couple minutes to get used to. That's why I keep trying to get into so many more things, I think, because I don't know how to sit still.
So what time do you wake up now? 10, 11? Buffalo weed and then think about what you're going to do today?
About 7.
Speaking of,
yeah. Oh, we lost Charles.
We started going to bed at 10 o'clock here a couple weeks ago, though. That's
10?
pretty cool.
That would be really nice.
start at 10?
I like that. Starting going to bed at 10.
Yeah, we started going to bed at 10, which is
That's
weird
awesome.
because we always
Was that early?
Tuesdays.
Yeah, normally we stay up till
That
12
is
or
early.
2.
Yeah, I have
Tim's-
after Christmas, I have a bad habit staying up damn near all night. What you got,
Tim's-
Murph?
Oh, nothing.
Murph's
I
in
got-
bed every night 9, right?
Oh, no. Like, look, Gracie laughed at you when she said that. No, I think last night was 2 in the morning, man.
And then what time do you wake up?
Around 8. Yeah.
Thank you.
What time's Gracie come in?
She
Gracie,
comes
what time
in-
you come in?
9:30,
And then you just run the show 9 to 5 kind of thing?
pretty much.
Yeah. What's it like working for Murph?
It's good. It's a lot of fun. It's different every day.
We're live.
Is he nice? Is he
He
nice
is.
to is
Yes,
he yeah?
he is.
He doesn't like what happens when he's mad? Does he start yelling?
No, he just gets quiet. And
Really?
But he
So
doesn't
like
mind
how
that.
quiet was he when you said, I got a great idea? I'm gonna bring these pink pallet jacks, I got pink drills.
That
I
was
got
a gift. Most of this, he makes it seem like I bring this stuff in. Most of those things were a gift from him.
Oh, that
Well, I look at it and I'm like,
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Okay,
there it is.
okay. We talk about giving an experience to our clients, but then I'm looking at pallet jacks and I'm like, we got a lot of yellow around here. That let's get a yellow one. And then I showed Chelsea and I'm like, oh man, look at this pink one. I think Gracie would like it. And she's like, you need to get the pink one. And I'm like, yeah, but it's a pink one. And it's like, but when I brought the pink one in, like, what was Gracie's face? Like, we got a new pallet jack, Gracie. Like, come over here. And she's like, oh my God. Like, she's freaking out,
I didn't say I didn't like it. I love the pink stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but where'd the drill and then the shirts and then the
Yep.
5 other things?
he wanted it
Yeah.
for himself.
Yeah.
It's okay, dude. It's okay, man.
Yeah.
The thing is like, you know what? I'm just going to be quiet. I'm just going to act like some of those, Washington fans. You just take my hat off. Just keep taking it off, dude.
That's it. You turn the other cheek and just get another pink something or other.
You see, I'm being quiet right now, Ron.
What a good boss. That's when he's mad. I got you. All right. Well, let's move along then. What's up, Suzette? What's the chances that you have some pink pictures and a pink product line for the Z Flex? Now introducing the new pink series.
I'll make pink Z Flex clothes.
Yeah.
You know?
Your first one was pink, wasn't it, Murphy? Wasn't Zuzak's first
Yeah.
shirt pink?
The pink
yeah,
is like
but that was what was the saying on there? It was
something raise me 10, something like that, or I bet something and raise
Yeah.
me something.
like bet me $10, I'll raise you like 10,000 or something.
Raise you
like,
100 or something.
Yeah, it's like don't like no, I'm all in, And so the poker chip on the side had H8R like hater. I like
Yeah.
that. That was a nice touch, So it was.
Shuffles?
We may have those in there. I have because I got a bunch. I got everybody in October. Like, I don't know. We ordered like 40 from you. I'm like, dude, I'll buy them. And we ordered some gray ones because some people just feel a certain way. Some men can't wear pink. I don't know what's up with it. But Zuzak sports it and all the pink, and he had all the Z. And so I was like, no, you're obviously, because we all go through things, right? And then you feel a certain way, and you get on these things, and I was like, man, I felt that way too. And I was like, I'll support you, and I'll
Fake news.
So
Yeah.
so we're like wrapping trees in October, and it's all Z Flex. It's all
Right.
Zuzak. Like people thought Zuzak was in Texas or something because we had like 20 people in pink shirts wrapping trees in October, and I was like, whatever, we're supporting.
Dude, I need to see a picture of this.
I have it. We have it.
Dude, where's it at? I want to see it.
I mean, I'm not like you, and I can't pop stuff up like that. Like I gotta go find it in the drive or something.
Pro.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So speaking of popping up, the Bills, man, I thought the freaking Bills were going to beat the Chiefs. I was hoping for it. I mean, wasn't the whole country hoping for the Bills to beat the Chiefs?
But that's not the way they have it designed. It's all a script. It's all a script. It's a script.
Yeah, so the Chiefs beat the Bills at the end. That was a lot closer game than the Skins game. And then, so Super Bowl. And the Big Easy, Drink Easy, is official sponsor is Bud Light of the Super Bowl this year. So look who's back. Bud Light's back, official sponsor of the Super Bowl.
Well, who's his name? That is always like on Kill Tony and stuff. The comedian. He's all about Bud Light. Post Malone, like they've been advertising and stuff. Travis Kelce. He's like, if you haven't got your 10 booster shots, make sure you wash them down with a Bud Light. They've been all over the Bud Light with the Pfizer booster shots and the Bud Lights. It's like, holy shit, dude. I mean, how much are they paying this man to talk about these booster shots at Bud Light? I mean, it's got to be a fortune. Gracie says that he has his own beer called Garage Beer or something.
Oh, really?
Ooh,
yeah.
Jason.
Travis?
Yeah, Jason and Travis Kelce have a beer company together.
Dude, wow. Jason Kelce is in almost every freaking commercial. Like when you're watching football, this dude's got at least 6 commercials before the game starts that he's in there. So yeah, he's definitely doing good.
He retired. He's got to make the money.
He's making the money. I didn't know that a center would be getting like quarterback money, like Peyton Manning money, that a center would get. But Kelce brothers, they definitely got them advertising dollars coming in. Speaking of which, Kingdom Food Network is something new that we're trying to actually focus on. Kingdom Food Network this year. Our buddy Brandon is a cooking champion, and we went to one of his cook-offs where he got the reserve champion, and then we got an invitation. Kingdom Radio will be at the World Championship Barbecue Contest. Kingdom Radio will be in Houston, Texas at the Livestock and Rodeo Show at the World Champion Barbecue Contest. So that's where Kingdom Radio is going to be. It's like Charles jumped off, but Kingdom Radio definitely excited about barbecue cooking. He's seen that we bought a smoker.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Dude, hanging out with those people, you think like just barbecuing like in your backyard. It was just nothing like that. Watching those guys do their thing in barbecue, it was nothing like that. They had so much stuff, right, Laura? Talk about that, Laura.
What are we talking about? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Talking about the what? Talking about the barbecue, how serious those people were in the barbecue contest.
They're very, very serious. And they got multiple
thousands and thousands of dollars to even participate. And then the level of excellence that it takes to have this meat or this whatever ready at this time and these 3 courses, it was nuts. It was crazy. But I think Laura got the itch.
She should compete.
I did my very first smoked chicken this weekend. I had never used a smoker in my life.
Dude.
Never. I can grill with the best one, but I've never used a smoker. So we gave it a go with some Cornish game hen and chicken.
It was bad to the bone, baby. Bad to the bone. That was probably the best grill situation on the smoker. That chicken was fantastic. What's up, Eric Turkelson?
What up?
Dude,
is it cold up there?
He just got back from the doctor. He had one of those whoop, whoop, the 2-finger jig on the when you get over 50.
Yeah, you're next.
The 2-finger jig. There's no no. It was a 5-finger jig.
It was the 5-finger jig, yeah. So was that why you're sitting down?
Yeah, something new to I was like, I don't know.
He's the professional, though. So, I mean, you just go with it,
We got a good-looking crew here today.
Yeah, so we got Charles. Remember Charles?
Hey, Charles.
Yeah. Yeah, his mic is muted. He was
He was moving.
He was talking to Mary Jane. He's unmuted. There he is. Yeah.
up, guys?
What's happening, Eric? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm chilling.
Nice.
Yeah, he's chilling. Look at that big house he lives in, doing Christmas lights.
Well, as I was waiting in the
Show him your truck, Charles.
Oh, I'm actually about to get in it right now.
No, look at this wrap he has on the truck, Joey. Hold on, let me
Yeah, blow
isolate
him up.
this.
Ooh, I already
Let me-
like it, man. It's tiny.
It is
Turn your
very
camera
cool.
sideways, dog, so we can see what the hell's going on.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
Oh my god.
There you go.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Look at that. He's got his face on it. It's a
Yeah,
long story about why he has his face on his car, but it's a good one.
I love it.
So
I have a story for I have a story for everything.
It was something about the police. They was pulling over this one car that had like
Exactly.
extraordinary.
I kept getting pulled over with my old logo, dude. I had I just served all those damn warrants. I had like 19 warrants out.
So he rewrapped his truck with a different logo so he wouldn't get pulled over.
never haven't got pulled over since.
That's effective. Yeah.
Awesome.
So Jim, what do you think about that marketing strategy?
That's a good strategy. I think it's good.
So we got two people in the right. Turkle saying, "What's up, man? What happened at the doctor, bro?"
Yeah, no. I was sitting in the doctor's office and I was watching the show. Joey was kind of talking about going through where Cosby entertained. The doctor came in. He's like, "Hey," he goes, "Do you want to go ahead and get started, or you want to finish up there?" And I'm like, "Nah, I'll go ahead and get started."
So you had to turn the show off to get started?
Yeah, well, I didn't want you guys to see what was going on in there. Nobody needed to see all that.
Oh, I see. So how many more months do you have to live, or what's the deal with that?
He said I should have another 70 years, so I think I'm all right.
Oh, yeah?
Awesome.
Okay. All right, good. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I bet he gave you that high five on that diet work you've been doing.
Oh yeah, he did. He's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
like, good job, buddy."
Murph,
Yeah.
Turkelson has lost weight.
Yeah.
Lot.
How much weight?
So far, I've lost. Well, at one point I was down 50. Now I'm only down 40 because I discovered some treats along the way back after I started feeling a little bit better. But yeah, so I'm down 40. So
Everybody wants to know how. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, how?
Yeah.
No sugar, no fast food, no fried food. Basically, not living, I guess.
Are you doing no carbs too?
No, I did some. I still had carbs going, but I got rid of all the white rice.
If it white ain't right.
Yeah.
Dang.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much? So how over what period of time did you lose that weight?
Since about, well, it was funny because Zuzak, I was down in his area here about August, something like that, wasn't it, Michael? And I was on the plane, and I remember I was sitting there, as they were giving out, doling out the treats, get your little refreshment and whatnot, and that the actual tray didn't go down too well. It was kind of sitting on my belly. I was like, "Oh no!" I said, "We got to do something about that." So this is about 5 months, probably 5 months.
Oh, that's good amount. Yeah.
But that was all through diet. So now next week starts the sauna work, the grounding, the workouts, all that kind of stuff. So I should be able to hit my ideal weight. I want to get to 190 by 5th of July is what I was figuring.
190. That's like you're losing 100 pounds, huh?
I would have lost 80. I got up to 270, which was way too much for me. So
yeah,
that's a lot of weight that's a good. If you hit that goal, you deserve so much praise. That's awesome.
Well, it's like losing a Backstreet Boy or something. Somebody was telling me. Like,
oh.
But there's no better feeling than being able to find some new pants because the other ones are too big. It's when you go the opposite way, it's not so fun.
Yeah, for reals.
Yeah, the World Championship Barbecue Contest in Houston. Has anyone ever heard of that?
The Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
The Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, man.
February
They got
28th to March 2nd.
Yeah, that me and Laura went when we first went to. Well, I had been one time before, but Laura and I went together for the first time, and that's back when my beard wasn't gray.
Yeah.
And whoops, not that one. Let's
Yeah,
see.
thanks.
The Pit Maker. The Pit Maker.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I mean, I'm telling you, you have never seen anything like this. It's the best barbecue teams in the world go to this in Houston, and so it's here. We were trying to get media credentials for Kingdom Radio 2 years ago, and they told us no, we weren't a real thing yet. So
because it's not just tents,
Yeah.
they like build almost like a saloon looking bar.
Oh,
You get
yeah.
in there, and you get tickets from each of the different companies.
So stay
barbecue
tuned. That's the end of
groups.
this month. You're going to see all about it. So we are going to go hang out with Murphy. I think, what date is that, Murph?
17th.
17th. We're going to learn a little bit about some permanent lighting on the 17th from our buddy Murph and the products that he has that dance the music. And then we are also going to be the next week after that, we are going to be at the Houston Rodeo World Championship Barbecue Contest. So, you're going to see, you're going to know all about it because I'm going to show you all the videos and everything. I'm going to introduce you to the in crowd there.
So what's like the biggest smoker that's there?
Oh, dude, they have like when you roll up, they have live alligators just spinning around in circles, and you'll have like United Airlines barbecue team, and then you'll have these huge freaking things that looks like an actual restaurant with windmills and waterfalls, and it's something they set up in the parking lot just 3 days before, and they have a 4-day thing, and then all these the rodeo's there, the livestock is there. They have a wine competition. 50 Cent was the winner of the best wine 2 years ago when he moved to Houston. And it's just they have all the most famous country music singers and R&B singers that play at the rodeo every single day. But this is 3 days before the rodeo starts, is the World Championship cook-off, and it is badass, dude. They have stages there and they have concerts there, but basically what you do is you find a friend or you sponsor a tent. So you find a friend, you go down there and you can get into their tents and see all the cooking and have drinks. And I don't know how kid friendly it is at night, but during the day it's cool.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So you'll see that. So last but not least, what's up with Eric Glitzer Turkelson for 2025, dog?
On Glitza. Well, I'm heading back to if we have some time, how long are we going to run this today? Because I'm almost back at the showroom.
All right. Well, I will show you this this new Kingdom box I have right here. I do have a small amount, I would say in between 50 and 100, but it has some bags in it. It has the new Kingdom bulb.
Yep.
And it has the new socket wire.
Yes.
And it's all ready to go. And it has I've been looking at these things for the last week. And you can tell what bulb it is by the ring around it, and you can see it while it's in the socket. I've never seen anything like this, and the more I look at it every day because it's on my desk lit up. The more I look at it, the more I like it. It's a traditional bulb. It's not like anything that we've ever used before, but it's like the industry standard, what everyone considered to be the go-to bulb. It's a one-piece polycarbonate bulb. It has the new socket wire that's more durable. The new Kingdom clips coming out. I'm fucking very excited about these new products. And you can get a free sample right now. Just get with us and I will mail this free sample to you. You just pay for the shipping. How about that?
Yeah, that's awesome.
You just pay for the shipping and I'll put it in your hands. It's a little five bulb pack with socket wire, so you know what the socket wire is and you know what the new bulbs are. And I would advise you to pull out that old wallet or the purse or whatever you got and invest in yourself. And these poker chips right here, we're standing up all in, Zuzak. Invest in these poker chips, and we're going to bet them all on ourselves. And at the end of the day, we're going to change those poker chips in for real money, and then you're going to be happy like me at the end of the season, like what we did last season. We built a brand new warehouse. We did a lot of improvements, and now we own it all outright. So super happy with that, but there's still more work that needs to be done because unlike Zuzak said, it was a good year, but I'm far from chilling, far from retiring. My work is not over. I still have about another 5 years before I think we are where we need to be, where I can start chilling. But right now it's back to work for Ron and Laura from Kingdom. So Zuzak, how many more years, dog, until you're going to finally just say, I can just bullshit around and I can just go online, talk shit. I can do some videos, but I really don't need to work to make money. How many years away are we at from that?
I'm hoping 3 to 4.
3 to 4, and you're done.
Dude.
I wouldn't stop there though. You know what I mean? It'd be 3 to 4 where I'm not out there. Like whatever. Once I can get some money, I'll just start investing more money and just kind of like, you know what I mean, creating more revenues and whatever.
But not like retire. Just I don't need to push as hard as I've been pushing.
Yeah, yeah. Like if I want to go take a trip to Spain, I'm gonna take a trip to Spain.
You know, yeah.
Or Colombia, whatever.
Love it.
Yeah. What about you? What about you, Murph? What are we talking about? 4 or 5 years for you? 10? I mean, you're still in your like early 30s, right?
Murph still got a long time.
Well, yeah, 15.
My face and my face are the same face.
Yeah, I did. I just turned 36 in November.
36.
So I still got some time, but Christmas years they make you age, man.
Yeah, true.
It's so I'm like 90 right now, so I think I got another,
90.
I'm feeling that. I feel that.
But it's I'm excited. I kind of look at like somebody explained their life in seasons, right? And every 5 years, it's a weird thing. Like when I'm 35, I make big decisions. When I will be 40, I will make big moves and decisions. So kind of like by that 40 mark, where do I want to be? And are we on that course? And like looking back is like, I'm always one to not say I always make a decision at that time. So I don't really regret my decisions because I thought that was the best at the time, even if it doesn't go right. But is at the very end is like, did you have a journey of all these seasons that like you're proud of? And I think in the next 5 years, it's like super exciting where if I'm done with that season and I want to go into a new season and I don't want to stop, like, I don't know what 40 looks like with all this AI stuff and just, quantum computing. And it's like, man, what does the world look like in 5 years? Like, I have no idea. So I'm going to go through another season and take another look after it's done.
I think AI is definitely just the entry level AI that it can make a picture for you or it can write a post for you or spell correctly, which I'm not very good at doing, and pick better words than I probably would choose, like I'm talking right now. I mean, just AI and just assisting someone in creating a business and running a business, that has just been unbelievable. I can only imagine, like when you say, hey, I want to build a website, you would just tell AI what you want, which they already have it now, but not as complex as it'll be in the future. But it'll just boom, 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 it'll put everything together for you.
Yeah.
So I think, some people who are like, bad to the bone and some of the people who are bad to the bone in like social media and marketing, I really feel like that will be AI will pretty much, you won't be able to compete with AI.
No.
It'll just, you could just post 1,000 posts in just one click of a button. It's just, there's no way a human could keep up with them.
Yeah.
But, and creative as soon as they get persuasive, that's when you're really in trouble.
I saw a thing where, I made a post and my friend put in AI to see what the outcome would be if this and this and this happened. And then AI answered, okay, with the answer, if this didn't happen, this would have to go in effect. This would happen to go in effect for all to work. And I was like, damn, this is that intricate? Like you can ask it anything, whether it be economics or whatever, and then give him all the questions. And then it comes out as it gives you almost a solution. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, you could just ask it like, how do you start a Christmas business? It'll just lay it all out for you. It's like,
it's crazy.
But the one thing it has is censored content. The censored content, it doesn't tell you anything that's harmful or if it's R-rated or if it's, things like that. It's censored. So you see now that you look at like uncensored AI and then you'll see some crazy things going on uncensored, but it's really dangerous because just like someone who's really good at Photoshop, like Murph, you can really Photoshop someone doing some crazy things. But now with the video animation, it's pretty scary. So that's the need for censorship. But speaking of Turkelson, I just seen Stacy out there. That's Scott's sister.
They're all leaving. It's 5.
Oh shit! I forgot.
It's 5 o'clock.
Don't worry about selling any customers or anything like that.
Hey guys, I'm staying here for the next 4 hours. It's okay. See you guys.
Oh, they're all leaving.
It's buddy. Hey, still here. The tree's still here, baby.
Yeah. No, you still got the tree there.
Yeah, we're gonna have it up all year now.
Zuzak, what do you think about that, man? Leaving at 5 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock in a couple seconds. I mean, they were like standing
So
at the
like,
door.
so the people that work for you is like when it's 4:50, they're like, "Hey man, hold on. I know that we're almost done with this landscape lighting job, but it's 4:50. We're out of here." Is that how they do it, Zuzak, or how do you run your business?
As far as what timing?
4:50. Everyone leaves at 5. They start at 9 and they leave at 5, regardless of what's going on.
Nah, just depends. Just depends. Sometimes like, hey man, just finish that up real quick. Might be 7.
Yeah, yeah.
You get off early, Zach? You get out early?
Do I get out early?
Yeah, 7 o'clock. You leave early?
Oh
no.
shit.
Yeah, Eric works till midnight, but everyone in the company, they leave at 5, except for Eric. He's the only one that stays past 5.
It's all good. That's here with me.
What is that? The showroom? Let me see. What's going on here?
This is real quick.
Yeah, we got some blue. We got the glitzers going right now. I got to turn this one on.
That's the glitzer rack.
Glitzer rack.
Okay.
Oh,
the glitzer display rack.
2 flocked.
Oh, you got the flocked ones in?
Yeah.
Oh, Murph, we're going to sell Christmas trees this year and palm trees. We got badass palm trees coming.
Here.
Palm trees. Yeah, I missed it. Sorry.
Ed.
What's up, Ed?
Hey.
Hey, Ed. Hey,
How
is
are
it 5 o'clock, buddy?
We're here all the time till midnight.
Yeah.
That's
all right.
That's here.
Hey, Ed. Bye, Ed.
No, we're
Bye.
good. This is.
You're giving him the walk of shame.
Come on, Ed.
He's walking back to his office.
Walk his ass out the door. Tell him don't
He's
come
not
back.
going
now.
that direction. He's going
Just
the
make sure
opposite
that other Sullivan's locked up.
Yeah. So what's new with Ohio Dynamics? We were just there.
Well,
like
we were
last month,
talking
huh?
about. I was getting into the retirement thing. I don't know if I heard everybody's end goal.
Charles, what's your end goal for retirement? He's muted. Let me unmute him.
I can't hear.
He's muted.
Charles.
Charles, he's muted. What's up?
There he is.
There he is. What'd you say, buddy?
No. Mm-mm.
No.
Can't hear you, buddy.
No, his phone's on mute.
All right.
All right.
Oh, he just froze.
We lost
That's
him.
a bad sign.
Anyway, so Laura, what's your retirement plan?
I'm with Joey. I look at it at crucial moments and see how we're doing from there. It's yeah. My goal. I don't see your goal. As
What's your
goal.
number? Well, how much money do you need to have in the
Dude,
bank?
they say you have to have $1 million a year nowadays to make it.
Yeah.
And which means I gotta wait till I'm 87.
So you don't think like $4 million would be enough that you could retire and work off the.
If we got into something like real estate and did rent houses or whatever,
Yeah, you got to have like residual income, that passive. Just it's kind of making money and keeping you afloat, and you're earning money on top of your money, and that's where you kind of maybe back away a little more. And that's a bigger game to be played. It takes a lot of money to get there, a lot of grit and hard work when you come from nothing. So
yeah. Charles, you backed up?
No.
What's up? His phone's on mute.
he's actually just mouthing the words. He
doesn't want
well,
to
an official
actually-
lip sync lip reader.
5 years, Ron. He said 5 years. He just said 5 years.
Oh, he said
5
5
years.
years. Okay.
Yeah, I
thank
did
you.
the lip reading.
Yeah, see, I knew we had a
You can read
professional lip
lips?
reader.
I
Yeah.
can.
I met an interesting. I was networking. Met this lady realtor. Right, she's like a big realtor in Tampa. She was telling me she does like 400,000 a month, right?
Mhm.
And she's like, "What do you want to do? You know, whenever you like, how much? You know, same question. Retire. What do you want to? Where you want to? What would you do?" I was like, "I'd like to travel and stuff." She's like, "Okay, then what?" I was like, "I don't know. I keep traveling." She's like, "But then what?"
Yeah.
She's like, I've done everything. I've traveled everywhere. I have everything I want. Like, it gets to a point where it's like, well, what more do you want? Like, she's like, then what? I'm like, at the time, I was like, well, I'm single. So she's like, oh, okay, I get it. Okay. Well, that makes a difference. And I was like, yeah. But other than that, I was just thinking about what she said. And it's kind of true. Like, you can only do so much, have so much where you're like happy. Then what? Like, what do you do? Well, I got kids and stuff. She didn't have kids. So it was just her and her husband. So they just, did everything and didn't really have anything else to do, they felt.
So are you trying to say that you're in the market for a female so you can find out then what after?
No,
Is that
That's
what's
I
going
have
on?
a good
hardly
friend.
said at
I
all.
have a good. I have a good friend. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, I see.
But I'm just saying, like, it just made me think about, like, these people have all this money, you make all this money, and you do everything you want. You get to a point where you're like, what else?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Charles, can you hear us, buddy?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, there you are. Yeah, yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah,
What were you saying? 5 years? Was Eric right?
I see the Bat Cave.
no, that is the back cave. No, not 5 years. I said I'm just getting started, to be perfectly honest with you.
Oh, that's
There's
what
so many.
I thought it was. Yeah.
Yeah, Eric said 5 years.
Yeah, that's I know. I heard him say that. I could hear y'all, but y'all couldn't hear me. But I'm just getting started, to be perfectly honest with you. There's so many things that I want to do, and I don't never ever consider myself retiring. I'm just going to shift my energy to other things.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Like Christmas. As long as I have installers and I still have clients, then I'm going to continue to install Christmas lights. And sometimes I need to get like that rush. I like run. I have to do something with all this energy.
Yeah.
So I can never sit. I can never sit still.
Well, after smoking a couple joints and calming down during the training speech I heard you give in Houston, you said that you had some plans and you were going to really put it together last year, and you really set some bold goals. In my opinion, from what I heard you say, once you calmed down, you articulated a lot better. How did you do as far as accomplishing your goals last year?
From last year, this year was very challenging, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah,
Like,
and how so?
Because I didn't have as many returning clients as I anticipated. So regardless in this industry, we're going to make a profit, but the profit may not be what you want it to be, but there's still a profit there. But I'm still trying to figure out how it is that I ended up losing like 40% of my clients from last season. And
you think it's the economy?
I knew it was the economy, but it's like we didn't really take, and I'm certain everybody else was the same way. We didn't really take off till after the election. Like everything else was pretty much drag your feet in the mud. And then November's like everybody's like, okay, we got what we wanted. Now let's go spend some fucking money. And that's I never caught up from October. November was great, but October was very detrimental. So I'm always
we got
goal
same
oriented.
here.
Yeah, it's just yeah. Go ahead. What you're saying?
No, I'm saying literally the day after the election, it was just like.
Yeah, the phone. That's when the phone started ringing.
Yeah, I was like, dang.
So
October was tough to get those historical October customers that you could, they're really November customers, but you talk them into October. It was really difficult to get those guys into October, and then they all of a sudden just seen your email November 6th.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're like, hey, I don't know where this email has been, but oh my gosh, can I still get the October discount? And you're like, it's November 7th. No. But it was like a mountain of us where, and plus we had some website troubles, but just handling the overflow of existing clients that should have been installed already in October, and they're magically appearing, and just remembered your number in November. That was. It definitely, I think it was like a governor, like a cap, like a, where it, what I'm talking about, Laura?
On the gas pedal?
Yeah, like NASCAR, where they have a restrictor plate. I mean, it definitely kept us back, because once it's November 6th, you can only do but so much in 3 weeks. I mean,
that's right. Yeah.
Even though you have a bunch of crews and you have a bunch of products and you have everything you need, there's only so much a person can do. You need to extend the season out further. And when everyone was just kind of reluctant to go into October and September, frankly, then when it finally hit November 6th, it was, you made some money, but not nearly as successful as the season as I think 2025 is going to be.
No, exactly. And I feel the exact same way. So all the material that I've invested, I'll save some money.
Right?
You got to cash them poker chips in next year.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I don't mind. I've been doing this for so long, and I've been cutting hair, so I understand the ebbs and flows of business. But you know, it's all about rolling with the punches and not. You know what I'm saying? Money's energy. So we just got to remember. We just got to open it up and have that energy flow back to us.
Yeah. The Joey, he showed me a piece of paper, like Charles. When you first start, and then once you've been doing it for 5 years, there's like an evolution of your business model. But when you first start, you kind of laugh at how you started. But looking at Charles, he has this piece of paper. It's like a brochure of some sorts, but it's a piece of paper, and it has 3 different options that a customer can pick from. What's the names of the 3 packages?
I got the
basic.
What? Oh, I got the basic. Oh, so no, I got 4. I added one. I got the basic.
Oh, you did?
One. Yeah, the basic.
I love
which is like roof line and an archway, maybe.
Yeah, pretty much. And then I got the bright
starting
package and the bright.
That's like 1200. Starting at 1200 is the basic.
And then the Griswold. The Griswold is like, we're gonna come out and we're gonna put lights on every fucking thing you asked for.
But then there's another one called the Good.
No, that's somebody else's.
No, what was what's the package?
Oh, I had the basic, which was so we're in Texas, right? And they're building smaller houses.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to lose that market. So I was like, okay, those roof lines are only about 125 linear feet. So I could still get $9 or $10 a foot and just give, instead of trying to make them get upsell them to 170, let's just knock it down. And I'm still, and you don't even understand, I sold a lot of those basic packages. They were like, hell yeah, I'll take that. It's under $1,000. Let's do it. And you're like, okay, yeah. I'm getting $950 a foot.
Yeah. But what was the other package? Wasn't there one called the Good or something?
No, I didn't have a good. That was somebody else's. I had the basic, the basic package, the bright package.
Dude, I would love
package.
to role play like a scenario of calling, and you're like, "Hey man, can I get that good package right now?" And
no, like, it was like, "Man, I got that good."
Right?
Yeah, man, I got the good package.
We're talking pounds.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd be
I
giving
got that gas. I got that gas.
So the basic, and then one was called what?
The basic package.
The bright package.
The bright.
Yeah, the bright package.
You're like, you onboard somebody, and you're like, hey, here's our sales process. So there's the good.
Yeah, the basic, the good, and then the Griswold.
The Griswolds. That Griswolds make you kind of can get that right, but give me that good.
But it was like 1200 was the basic, and then 2300 was the good, and then it was like 4500 and up for the Griswold. It was something like that.
Yeah.
And so
I was like, those are the 3 choices. He goes, yeah, that's the 3 choices.
I love it.
And I was like, dude, this is brilliant, dude. Brilliant.
I got that. So I got that from Chris Martinez. He would sell packages with roof washing and house washing. So I was like, how can I apply that to Christmas lights to alleviate me trying to go out there and take some fucking measurements? I'm doing everything myself. I don't have.
While he's cutting hair, right? He's cutting hair.
Yeah, I'm cutting hair. I'm hanging lights. No, I don't have time to do all that. I don't have time to drive the fuck all over Houston to take some fucking measurements. And you're not really ready to spend any money. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna get this information in front of you, let you check everything out. And if you like it, then we can move forward. If not, then go get Jose or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest.
This is so true.
I'm just being honest, dude. I'm serious.
It's so
man.
true.
Yeah, dude. What do you think about that, Zach?
I love it.
The packages.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'd rather do basic all day and just knock them out. So that might be something I'll do, because we have a lot of 1-story homes here. A lot of shitload. And they're so fast and easy. I might just call it the good, not the basic. I'm just calling it.
That good is.
I'm gonna get you that good. I'm gonna get you that good.
Yes, use that. I wish I could use it.
Yeah.
I wish I could use it. Shit. Yeah. Damn, that's a good. That's a damn good.
Well, you got the good. Yeah.
Yes. I'm rebranding, y'all. I'm rebranding.
So you guys are in the same area, and then somebody gets 2 quotes, and it's the good, And what else? The basic.
And then you have some dude charging by the foot.
Yeah, you're like, no. I got the good in the basic.
Yeah, yeah, or the Griswold. Yeah, but anyway,
Dude,
yeah, you're definitely paying to get him working.
This is inspirational. It makes me gonna make me reevaluate how I do things.
Yeah, exactly. So speaking of reevaluation, Eric Turkelson is sitting in his showroom. I'm sure he has a presentation or something here he wants to show people. What's going on here?
You have to turn your camera sideways.
Turn the camera sideways, Doc. Let's get the real circle going.
Let's see that. Let's see those presents.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm digging those presents.
You guys good?
No, let's remove Eric. No, let's bring him back. Eric, what's up?
Where'd you go?
Oh, upside down.
It's like it's not auto correcting the circle.
Is it?
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. All right. He doesn't have the auto flip on. It's an iPhone. He doesn't have one of those real phones like Android. 4. All right. So what's up, Eric? You have new products. You have Bose. What's up? Tell me about it.
We got Bose in different area codes. Or wait.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, lots of good stuff. We got the gift boxes this year. Brought those in late last year with the lighted. Ronald has some of those as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Laura. And Laura's favorite Bose, the canvas bow.
Got my favorite bow right
Yeah, man. Those lip bows were good this year too. Did you get some of those, Charles?
Miss Pac-Man here?
No, I didn't.
Miss Pac-Man. You didn't have that in the office.
When you come see us, you can play that.
You didn't have it when I was there.
So look, Murphy, they have like everyone is like buys on the website now, right? So if you go into Holodynamics and you're looking through their warehouse, they have like this contractor break room of some sort where it has like tablets and computers where you sit down, they have a snack bar and drinks, and you sit behind the computer and you do your order of what you want right there, and then they ship it. That's how it works now over there.
We're gonna show. I'm going to go up the stairs here.
A point of sale system. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's like, welcome to our company. If you see something you like, that's great. Sit down over there and shop on the website.
You don't even need to get
like
lunch. You just go over there and re-up and eat some snacks.
It's the IKEA Christmas lights.
Yeah, right, exactly. IKEA Christmas.
So Ron and Laura, you were up here last. Look, we've already done the upstairs showroom.
Oh, look at those trees.
Loud.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
We have Christmas trees that we're selling this year, and we have the palm trees. You should see this palm tree, 15-foot palm trees, real palm tree. Looks like real palm tree.
13, 15, 17, 11.
How do you anchor those palm trees?
Bolts. You anchor them into the concrete.
Yeah, same as you would your outdoor cherry blossoms and whatnot. Now check this out, guys. Check this stuff out. This is going to be an exclusive here. What?
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 That's nice.
Halloween.
Yeah, the Halloween's going to be ridiculous this year. Look at that. Crazy. Now we've got a full tree farm up here.
Wow.
Nice.
Mm.
And then, Ron, Laura, look, now 10s and 12s.
Jesus.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to be selling Christmas trees this year, Joe.
That's
But look
awesome.
at that.
Dude.
I mean, you know, it's.
You guys remember my
What's up with
office?
the butterfly? You moved the butterfly. Oh, look at that.
Remember
Oh,
the
it's a
office?
Valentine's Day.
We're
Oh,
doing
that's
a
the
theme?
kissing booth.
Yeah, this is my office. And now we've made it. Look, we got the Trump glitzer.
Oh, the patriotic glitzers. Yeah. Huh. Just in time.
Bow.
See, Charles has.
Oh,
a
I
little
like
dog.
that bow.
Look at this.
Oh,
Only
the
Charles
corn.
got Maltese or something.
Look at that.
It's a Maltese.
I'm digging that corn thing.
We're the children of the corn up here. So we have
yeah,
That's nice.
You have the corn, you have the turkey, and you have the American flag
Yep.
right there. Yeah.
that corn is pretty
hearts.
cool.
Real patriotic.
Oh, wait, hold on. So we've got the new sales area. This all changed in the last 2 weeks.
Good Lord.
This canvas bow, we didn't really promote it last year, but that's green and red.
That's a good way of saying never sold any of them.
Look at this.
Right. Oh, that's
This
the
is
break
why
room
the
dog.
Christmas
It didn't
season
really
is
take
so
off like
long.
it did, like it should. We intended.
Look at that, dude. He has look. Turn to the left over there, Eric. So they have like M&Ms or whatever. You just push a button and it's not like you put money in. You just grab whatever snacks you want. Microwave. It's like you make yourself at home, literally.
It's like
Refrigerator.
We
MTV.
honestly didn't go in there the other day.
Remember MTV?
Yeah.
They were there.
sodas. You just want to grab something. This is like Contractors off the street, man. Make yourself at home. Eat lunch.
Thought of having some relish. This is like MTV Cribs, though.
Yeah, and then it's got a TV. You can watch, some TV, and then they got snacks.
We've got some marketing materials. Whatnot. Yeah. So the idea is you come in here.
Let me see the pooters.
Coffee, place the order.
The workstation. So these are the workstations, coffee pot, and they got the workstations right there where you can do your ordering on the computers.
And we'll have laptops in here. So this is the new. We'll have 4 laptops sitting here.
And then do you have where you have where you don't go through an actual checkout line, you do the self checkout. So this is like a self checkout with one person hovering over everyone making their orders.
Yeah. Make it a lot easier than what we've done before. So yeah, I've been doing a lot, but look at this, you guys. This is what's really cool. So this is part of our new Lightline series. And I'm going to show you. This is a better controller on these. Get this going. I might not have that hooked up yet.
That's the rope lighter, isn't it? Like you can turn it into a you can turn this rope light into a what's it called? Neon light?
Yeah, it almost looks neon. But it changes as well. I know we had the remote up here, and I don't know where it went. But.
Yeah, it's like a neon rope, and you can make it into the letters and
RGB.
make your own. Yeah.
Yeah. Similar to what you can with Trick or Treat, the Ghost.
And it has a texture of like a rope. It's pretty cool. I would say like on docks where it has the rope that goes for the handrail thing. It's pretty cool.
It's that flex light.
Flex light.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Big Frank. So Frankenstein. You got all sorts of stuff now. And we're going to build more stuff before the season with that light line, that flex.
The Halloween's collection.
Yeah. And also with Christmas. So we've got the star now this year with the rope star. It's a 60 by 60 inch. So you can change color on this. So you can do blue, white if you're a Cowboys fan. You could do, whatever. That's all going to be in it. If I could find that remote, I think it'd have a little more. We'll do some. We got some stretchy lights.
Oh, dude, they got this. They got the what is it called? They have the stretchy lights that usually one company specifically had them offered, but now they have a what's it called? A licensing agreement that now they offer the stretchy lights.
Yep, that, and then also as Ron talked about the new bulb. So lots of fun.
Have you seen the stretchy lights, Joey?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like 4 to 5 inches width, and then they stretch out to 6 inches.
But aren't they not 5 millimeter? Aren't they like something like 6 or 7 millimeter?
Just the stretchy part. These are 5 millimeter.
Yeah, but we can do them in regular light sets too. We're going to do them in RGB, WW, and then standard.
I'm gonna have them in just regular warm white stretchy lights. Yeah.
Ron, I didn't get to show you and Laura this when you're up, but we have a new dimmer for your light sets. We'll be coming out with that this year. So
because they're so bright, you need a dimmer on them?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, some people ask for the dimmer, so we have it. But I'm trying to find, if I can find that remote. This isn't even doing it any justice. We might have to have a follow-up podcast, buddy.
No, well, this is the Super Bowl edition, so I was going to ask you what you thought about the Minnesota Vikings, but I see how we're changing the subject here after what their performance was against the Rams.
Talk about that. How about that? Wait, what? You want to do that?
That's nice.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
Oh, it's actually making its way through the whole Merry Christmas.
Yeah, we're going to have a whole product line on these. So we'll have all sorts of stuff, candy canes, all sorts of fun stuff this year.
Cool. I can see myself having one of those in the warehouse or something.
Did that for you, Ron, the patriotic Merry Christmas?
Yeah, man. I'm down, man. It looks good.
Yeah. But yeah, you want to talk about Minnesota Vikings?
Yeah, I'd love to hear.
You know what I might want to talk about more, a couple things here, is my LA Lakers and the change they made this week. I don't know if any of you guys are Lakers fans. Anybody?
No, Charles left on that.
All right. So the other thing I want to talk about is between this group, I think we start, because Zuzak, it looked like some smoke was coming out there.
Yeah.
A Christmas cigar bar. What?
Oh, inside the office?
Yeah, have it like right here. This right here could be the
cigar lounge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
that's a good idea.
Smoke some cigars right in there.
Yeah. Where's the humidor? Is there like a?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
we got
these free?
humidors. They're somewhere
Are
around
these
here.
free?
Yeah. Well,
sort
those
of-
might have a little bit of a surcharge.
You got to
on
have those Cubans, the Monte Cristos, right? Or what are you smoking,
them.
Zuzak?
I think, the Toro Fuente.
The
Yeah.
torpedo tips?
Fuentes.
Oh, yeah, the Fuentes.
Hemingway, yeah, or Toro Fuente, Hemingway.
I think I
Wow.
got one when Zuzak was down. Or what is this one? Cohiba. Coniba. Still got one over here. Since when Zuzak was down, he bought 2 cigars, and this is the other one he left here. Back in the day. What was that, 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
Was it already?
No, it had to have been 2 years. No, it was 2 years ago in September. Yeah.
That was fast.
So we need to get Zuzak to Houston.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm ready to go back to Houston.
Take him to the Charles, the over there in Katy, that the international what's it called, Laura? The grocery store I'm talking about?
H Mart.
H Mart.
And Katie?
It's the Asian market.
And Katy.
It's my jam.
H Mart, the Asian grocery store that has everything. It's like a Costco for Asian food and produce, and they have restaurants inside of it. And they're in Katy, and there's nothing like it. We were going to go there last year, but somehow we got detoured because we only had a few hours. We had like a little training thing, and then the next day we only had a few hours, and then hit the airplane. But we didn't get a chance to go over there. But we ended up cooking some steaks on the grill from Costco.
Yeah.
And Isaac ended up having like 6 of the steaks.
He's grown boy.
He had like 6 filet
He's
mignon
awesome.
steaks. He had like 2 plates of mashed potatoes, and then he had some other shit. It was
The
crazy.
what was it?
Lobster tails.
Lobster tail, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
He
dude,
still talks about that. This is the best steak he's ever had.
That's awesome.
it's like like we're all. It was me and Craig, and the fam, and we're on like our second steak. We're like, and then I was like, is it okay if I get like another one? And then you're like, man, fuck, help yourself, bro. We're like a whole bunch of them. We'll cook the whole slab of them. And then he just sat there and he must have ate like 8 steaks.
It made this mama feel good because the big boy is not here anymore. So I was like, oh yeah, I remember those days. Awesome.
Yeah. It's
Love
like
it.
all
Love
of them.
it.
You say the whole thing, dude. So and then like he's like a toothpick, this kid's like, he said, I don't know where he puts it, man, but this kid was eating.
It's awesome.
Steak restaurant. Murphy went out to a fancy steak restaurant the other day. I seen, huh?
Yeah, me and Chelsea we try to spend some time together, and I saw on social media somebody's like this new place, and I hadn't even heard of it, so we stopped by there, and man, it was a good one. But
yeah,
Chelsea's a big foodie. I mean, she even at home, like for dinner, I used to cook a lot when I worked for the fire department, and I'd come home and I'd cook, and I'd be at the fire department and I'd cook, and I was like a full-time cook. But once I got into business, as I started backing away from it, and I mean, she makes our bread from scratch. I mean, it's just everything is from scratch, and it's she's a big foodie. She loves food. I mean, traveling and food. I mean, there's nothing better to her. And she likes fashion and stuff, but like, if you have a good meal, like our whole family, even my boys, is like, what are we having for dinner tonight? But they're not asking in a way of like, oh, we got to have that or this. It's more of like an exciting thing. Like, hey, what are this 5-star Michelin chefs cooking for me tonight?
Yeah. Anticipation.
And my boy, he is.
We lost Murph.
Whenever you come back, you tell us about the boy.
Yeah. So, there's Murph. He's back.
So say it again. Your boy what? Oh.
We lost Murph. He's in the warehouse. They don't have good internet connection now.
Open the garage door back up.
Yeah, open the garage door back up.
That's what I have to do.
All right. Anyway, so when we went to Nebraska, Scott Hazy was like, "Hey, man, you have to let me take you out to a steak restaurant." And we're like, "I don't care, man. Sushi is good with me. I'm a big fan of sushi." But he said, "No, if you're in Omaha, I got to take you to a steak restaurant." And what was the name of that restaurant, Eric?
A Drover.
What was it?
Drover. Murph went. We took Murph there too. Drover.
Yeah, Drover. Murph was stuck, I think. But Drover, Zuzak, this restaurant, it wasn't the cheapest thing. It was super nice inside, like super nice. But it was like tomahawk. It was like $230 for a tomahawk. I was like, holy shit.
You're talking about Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Yeah, we didn't go to Drover. We went to Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Because they were going to Drover the next day.
Yeah.
It was worth the 200.
Oh, dude.
But we did that. We got 2 of them. We got 2 tomahawks. So it was like,
Oh,
dude. But I mean, the of course it was my birthday, So whenever you go somewhere with your friends, they always act like it's your birthday. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Is that just me, or is that everyone does that? Is that just our family who does that, or does everyone do that? Who is that? Is that Murphy?
Oh,
it was Murphy.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, we love his birthday in Nebraska, and it wasn't his real birthday, but the waiter didn't know that.
No, we always do that with Laura's mom. Like every time we're going somewhere, it's always like, hey, it's see the redhead, it's her birthday. And so like, halfway through we're having like Mexican or whatever, and then like 5 or 6 people run out the side like, oh, and they put like this big sombrero on her head, and she's like, happy birthday, and she's like, fucking Ron, right?
And they always try to put the whipped
time.
cream on her face, and she's like,
Whipped cream on her face, yeah.
Get the baseball bat, she's gonna beat the shit out of you.
Every time. But yeah, so Eric pulled that trick on me. It's like, it's my birthday, and then Levi's at the table. It's ma'am, it's not my dad's. I know when his birthday is. It's not now. And then Eric's like, just be quiet. It's your dad's birthday. I can't believe you didn't know this. So, but they brought out a nice little tent. That was a fancy restaurant, bro.
Nice. It
was so fancy. I didn't really want. This is the first time I'm telling anyone that I was there. It was so fancy. I was just embarrassed I was there. It was that fancy. We usually don't go to super duper fancy places like that. But it was. Am I right, Laura?
I got some oceanfront property in Arizona.
You do? Yeah, she's saying I'm lying. But
it was nice. It was a nice.
It was very nice
restaurant.
It was very nice. When you come to visit someone, they take you out to a fancy restaurant like that. It's like, oh my gosh, dude. But yeah, that was a good trip. We actually got to hang out with Scott and went to Scott's house and watch the games. So
yeah, but now
was a very family type of environment there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we tried. I think had my Vikings done better.
On Monday night.
Yeah. We'll see come the draft if we get anybody good this year.
What do you got for the Super Bowl? Let's hear it. What do we got for the Super Bowl here, Laura?
All right, I'm ready.
So we have the Eagles and we have the Chiefs. Does anyone gamble? Does anyone do the gamble? You do that, Zuzak, where you bet on like the coin toss and all that?
No, they started this Hard Rock bet in Tampa. You can only bet in Tampa, but it's ridiculous. Like I've won way more than I've lost, like on a scratch off. Like I played $20 and won $850.
Really?
Wow,
Oh, that's pretty good.
Talk about retirement plan.
On this like
on the plan. I was thinking, if I would have been brave enough, what if I would have played $1,000? If I would have paid $1,000 on that 20 bet, probably I would have won $450,000.
Wow.
And I was like, damn. That's why if you watch it enough. You'll kind of be like, so I know the cheat code now.
Okay.
So, because you can go 50-50. So let's say, okay, the Chiefs are going to play like the Raiders or something. You're like, all right, I'll put 1,000 on that bet, win 1,000. Every week or whatever you want, every week. And then what they go like 12-1 or whatever. They only had a couple losses. It's crazy.
Is this like at the casino? You do this?
No, it's on a phone app. And I mean, it goes right. As soon as you win, it goes straight to your bank. So, I've lost. Like I said, I won way more. I probably like 1 month I won like $3,500 just playing around. Just picking the team. You can bet on catches. You can make your own. So you can bet on catches. People that win. You can do 3 teams to win, 4 teams to win, whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You can bet on whatever you want.
Anytime touchdowns.
Anytime touchdowns, whatever, yards, catches yards, rushing yards, and that's why I had to watch football every weekend. I had to watch every weekend.
Because you got that money on it.
Yeah, I had money on it. And then, it's crazy, but it's definitely even better buying a scratch off. I'll tell you that. You can spend $20 and win you $250, whatever. So it was fun.
So yeah, gambling. Zuzak's in there. He's gambling now that he's single and everything. He just has a friend. Oh, baby, you. Whatever that was. Bismarck.
Sounds like Eric is too, though.
No, Eric's about to tell us how he's gambling because you can gamble right down the street. No, right?
I am taking Are you guys ready for my pick?
Yeah,
Ready.
let's go.
Let's go.
You got the Chiefs?
Yeah, I am taking the Kansas City Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, the three-peat, so my boy Pat Riley can get paid on his three-peat trademark. Okay. And I think the Kansas City Chiefs will win by no less than 7 points.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
The following presentation.
Yeah,
is
here we
brought
go.
to you
So-
by Wise Sports.
All right, let's get Murph in there. What's up, Murph? What do we got, buddy? So we got Turkelson's got he's going with the Kansas City Chiefs on the three-peat.
Yeah.
What's the point spread, Eric? 3 points?
It's pretty low. I didn't even check the spread. I'm just going 7. They're going to win by at least 7. I'm putting all of it on that.
Wow.
Win by 7.
Yeah, at least minimum.
Okay.
I'll
All
probably
right,
put 10 grand on it right now. Anybody want to take it?
10 grand right now. All
Dude,
right.
You want to take that?
I'm fading all bets except for that one. I think the Chiefs are going to beat the Eagles, man. But then again, the Eagles have the number 1 defense. They did run through the Commanders quite easily, it seemed like. But the Commanders made so many freaking mistakes. They had no business even being in the game anywhere close with 4 turnovers. And that was the tale of the game, in my opinion. But the Chiefs, it's like Tom Brady. I don't care what the season looks like. You don't bet against Brady in the playoffs. Just the man finds a way to win. And the Chiefs and Mahomes, it's just they find a way to freaking win. And, you can learn a lot from that. No matter what situation you are, the guy is a freaking winner. And it's great for like the people like Murphy. Just no matter what he does, he just always just does nothing but win. And
Win it all the time.
Yeah.
Honest, Kansas City is favored 1.5.
What about the refs? Are they favored?
So 1.5.
That's the real bet. Is like, what's the refs gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the lead ref?
Somebody's gonna be
What's
offside,
the-
and they're not gonna call it. But it won't happen.
Okay, so we're in New Orleans. What we got, Murphy? If you had to put a Benji on a team, what are we doing?
Well,
Chiefs, Eagles.
Well, just like Charles said, it's scripted. So yeah.
Oh, it's scripted.
Like Eric is like it's scripted. It's Chiefs by 7. They're gonna doink it off the left goalpost, and it's not gonna doink backwards. It's actually gonna go in, and they're actually gonna goal field goal, and it's just crazy, But I do think they are like, there's a lot of eyes on it, and there's a lot of pressure, even from the refs. There's a lot of pressure because of social media and everything, and so with the technology and everything we have, I say the Chiefs. And I think it's going to be close, but I think it's going to be under 7. I don't think it's going to be a blowout or anything.
Yeah. Within 7 points, but the Chiefs are going to win.
Yeah, I'm the same with Eric. Like, that's a good safe bet.
It's gonna come down to last 2 minutes of the game.
So we got Murph. Murph has the Murph and Turkelson both got the Chiefs.
You writing that down?
No,
Well,
I'm just looking at it. I'm just looking at Murph and Turkelson both got the Chiefs.
Winners, and we pick. So,
But Charles, he got the Eagles, right?
No,
What you got? What's
the
the breakdown of the Super Bowl?
It's all about money, man. Let me tell you something. They want Taylor Swift fans watching the Chiefs. They want it's all about viewers. So they're gonna keep everybody watching until the last 2 minutes of the game, and the Chiefs are gonna win.
Well, what if it's a huge upset though, and then they get the sad Taylor Swift face, and then that becomes a meme, and then that's more profitable,
Yeah. While she's drinking a Bud Light.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the Janet Jackson, the wardrobe malfunction is the long shot, but I like the Taylor Swift Bud Light wardrobe malfunction parlay.
Yeah.
That would make you rich and famous on a $20 bet.
I'm telling you, I'd put $20 on that. I'll put $20 on that.
You remember that one?
Yeah.
What do you think about Kendrick Lamar? He's doing the halftime show at his best.
Good for Kendrick.
I was listening to some of his songs. It's like, me and Levi were listening to him, so I had to fast forward through a couple of them. But I don't know. Out of all the rock and roll bands and R&B bands and the most famous of famous bands that have played, over the last couple of decades, I don't know that I would put Kendrick Lamar next to any of those names, like Prince and the Rolling Stones and the Doors.
But Kendrick Lamar is what's hot right now. So
That's what you look at.
Like,
so it's
a business decision.
Me?
Remember Jay-Z's a part of the he's in charge of the halftime show.
Oh, Jay-Z, 100%. Jay-Z,
Yes.
a legend. Like Dr. Dre and Eminem a
charge
couple
of it.
years
No,
ago. It's
no,
like, dude, hands down.
Jay-Z's on the board.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
No, he picks them.
So he picks it, exactly. So he's
Yeah.
gonna pick who's hot. And
Yeah.
they're gonna and they're gonna have they stage this beef between him and Drake so that it's all about selling, dude. I'm telling you, I'm sorry. I'm a conspiracy theorist to a certain degree. No, not a certain degree. I'm a full conspiracy theorist.
But if it comes true, if it's true, then is it a conspiracy after that?
It's true.
If
That's
it becomes
true.
If it,
you know?
well, it starts out that way, but most of the time, when you're analyzing things, you're basically saying like you're I'm not stupid, you know what I'm saying? I'm not. Basically, it's like that's what it is. It's like I don't.
Yeah, wait. But
What were you saying?
no, I was gonna say no, I was talking to Isaac, but no, real quick for me, I picked the Chiefs, same thing, but I'm gonna say 3. I'm gonna say it's gonna be tight. And I'm gonna say because if the defense even touches Mahomes with a finger, they're gonna get rough in the passer. So
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
All day long.
So you have to block the pass, but you definitely can't touch him or sack him or anything like that.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, I got you.
You can't make him fall down. Even he flops now. I saw last one. He's learned to flop too.
He's a flopper.
He's learned to flop. So
Drama.
it's like, yeah, it's like,
Yeah. Well, all right. Laura, what you got?
I ain't got nothing over the crap.
So
I'm over
Eagles,
it.
right?
I'm over
Eagles.
The Chiefs are gonna win, and I'm just over it. I'm gonna cook.
Yeah. What food are we making?
I haven't decided yet. I was thinking about taking.
We did homemade sushi rolls one year, and we had I think it was the first year we met. We had is the Turk back? We had all the sushi meat and all the rolls and all the seaweed and everything, and then you sat into the kitchen and you rolled your own sushi roll and made your own sushi rolls, and then we had it while we were watching the game, wasn't it?
Yeah, we did that one. I've done all kinds of crap, but I'm thinking about pulling one of the turkeys out of the freezer.
So this year we've had here on the ranch we've had 10 to 12 turkeys butchered.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these are raised here on the ranch where we fed them everything and all that. So we have 10
that's nice.
Still left. I think we
It's
have
very
10 or 11
expensive to keep
huge
raising.
fucking days, huge turkeys. One of them just got really aggressive when we said, "That's it, y'all done." Put him in the trailer,
They
took him
all
to the
were.
butcher. Yeah, we all loved you and your friends. Fucking out of here. But so we have homegrown, home-fed, grass-fed turkeys, and we're going to take one out and brine it, and then smoke it on Super Bowl Sunday.
I think I can do that.
So smoked turkey, baby. But yeah,
That's
yeah. So that's what we're probably doing this. But I think last year we had the tomahawks. Not to plug any company, but if you've ever bought from Fofo Farms, 44 Farms, that's right down the street in Navasota, they deliver like Omaha steaks, but not that cheap ass Walmart type of they call Omaha steaks. No offense to anyone from Omaha, but everyone knows Omaha steaks is not real. Yeah. But anyway, not Omaha steaks, but they're called 44 Farms. 44 Farms. We ordered 2 tomahawks, and then we ordered some other stuff from them, and even their hamburger. It's the best freaking meat I've ever had in my life.
Really? Damn.
And they're right in Navasota.
They're in actually Bryan College Station.
Bryan College Station, excuse me.
That's not far from y'all.
No,
Well,
they
you
deliver.
You ordered
They deliver.
online, they put it into an ice pack box.
Yeah.
But you let that thing thaw out. It's the most tender, most highest quality steak that you ever buy. It's not the cheapest thing in the world, but we started with tomahawks. It was the best. I haven't been to a restaurant and had anything even remotely close to it than what we had when we ordered from
we're
them.
ruined. We really are ruined.
Ruined.
Their hot dogs.
44 Farms.
So Ron, when you were talking earlier about me and Chelsea going to that fancy, restaurant, is they said this is the farms where we get our meat, and that was one of the farms.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll go there and take a picture of the menu, dude. It was
44
freaking
Farms.
awesome.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you.
Great steak.
44 Farms, not to give them a plug or, because they're not giving me a damn thing, but it was good service. And when you get a good service, a lot of people don't talk about the good service that they got in 44 Farms. The meat, bro. the meat. That's a little plug. If you wanna buy some ribeyes or some meat pack or something, they'll deliver it right to you. You get it in 2 days. Track a number. It's real professional. But the farm is not that far from us in the area, in our service area. But yeah, Fofo on Fofo Farms. I think the Eagles are going to win. Just because I don't know. I mean, I think the Chiefs have barely won almost most of their games. There's been within a one touchdown. Every single game is at the very last minute. They come back and find a way to win, whether it was the very first game with the Baltimore Ravens or all throughout the season. Their record did not reflect the team that they were, barely winning in the last minute every single game, which is good quality. You find a way to win, but I think against the Philadelphia Eagles, they're strong, and I think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to beat them. And it takes a lot for me to say that because I'm not an Eagles fan, especially right now. But I do. If I was going to put my money on something, I would definitely put my money on the Eagles to beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. But what you cooking? What you got, Zuzak? You gonna be cooking with your friend? You invite your friend over for?
I'll probably go somewhere
To a bar or something.
Yeah, some friend's house. They got have some tacos. As always, tacos and fajitas and all that fresh, stuff like that.
Cilantro and the pico de gallo. Yeah. So you eating some tacos and stuff.
Some tacos and stuff, yeah. Or they took, the chorizo, right?
Oh yeah, chorizo.
They put that with the cheese. They put cheese in a crock pot.
Chorizo queso. Mm-hmm.
Chorizo queso
with some chips. Yeah.
Let me find out that you know something about these things.
I'm hungry as shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, look at the time.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, I appreciate you guys coming on, man. This is the first one, the Christmas Light Installers Mastermind. If you haven't seen what's going on with that, we've been kind of busy, but it's not Christmas anymore. And what does someone do that they're in the Christmas business? What do they do outside of Christmas? It's like, I don't know. People go back to pressure washing. You go back to doing other crap like that, pressure washing people's houses. Some people go back to roofing. Very few people like me and Murph stay with Christmas and just continue doing Christmas year round. And
Chelsea
just want to say hi.
Oh, hey, girl. What up? What up, though?
What y'all doing? Not working.
We was just talking about you. Murphy said you was doing 5-star dinners every night at the house.
Every night. I go outside and I pick the cow out, and then the restaurant they bring the cow inside, and then
we own 44 farms.
Yeah, I didn't know. I appreciate the plug. I'm going to send you some steaks because that's actually I just went into business with them recently, Ron. So
you did?
Yeah, I did. Awesome. Just out here moving and grooving, Ron, all the time.
Yeah. Make a big move.
I believe that.
I know you would. You believe anything I tell you.
No, you say Fofo Farms. I'm like, hey, Fofo. That's a Houston thing. It's actually.
Well, don't you remember that I grew up on a cattle farm? Don't you remember? I grew up on a cattle farm in Louisiana.
I know. When it comes to doing stuff, I know you got a story for it. Yeah, I know you got a story.
Zach over there. He got a story for everything too. Don't be calling me that.
It was the first time I met Charles, and I think you'd like Charles a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was working.
Yeah, he's doing things live. Saying he's live on the internet doing things.
No learning here right now, just playing. I see no learning.
No, actually, it's Christmas season is over, and it's time to let your hair down a little bit, and it's time to kind of unwind a little bit and just connect with some friends, man. It's been a good time. I appreciate each and every one of you. And the Super Bowl is coming up, so Super Bowl Sunday is this weekend, and we was just talking about what we're going to do, who we think's going to win, what's going on, how was the season for you, and do you have anything new coming up, like a new y'all doing a training and everything, and you had a couple new things. We're just catching up.
Yeah, I'll be here for the training, so everybody should definitely come.
We're gonna be there. Laura and I are going. What's the dates? One more time.
So that's the one in Roanoke, right?
Yeah. Come see my shop.
You coming with?
Yeah,
man, I'm trying to see if I can make that trip or not.
No,
me and Laura and I are going.
I'll show you my warehouse. I expanded. I just put 2 new units up because I added some new stuff into my installation site. So I added 2 more units, and I did some different type of storing. I think everybody would be really interested to see it. Ron, I'm all about organization, and you remember back when I was a regional operations trainer back in my past life, and that was what it was all about, minimizing steps and making sure things were stored correctly. So love for everybody to come see our shop because we kind of spruced it up. Plus Just want to show everybody some product we have, some new product that came out.
What has Joey been doing? It sounds like you've been doing every damn thing
Nothing.
around
I don't
there.
even know what he does. Like, I don't know. He's just a face.
He's
at
like,
this point.
I
You
done
know,
got a
he's
new
not-
warehouse, and I got a new this, and I done expanded.
Don't do
I'm
nothing.
Like, Joey,
No,
look, he's
Joey works
embarrassed
hard.
to be in
Hey.
the picture right now.
You want to know about permanent lighting? You
Yeah.
should definitely talk to Joey Murphy. If you
Oh.
want to talk about putting C9s across the world, you should talk to me, okay? Because
Yeah.
I love C9s. I love it. So, I mean, like, it's a passion of mine. And Joey's, you know how he is. We call him the mad scientist. You know that, Ron. And so all this technology and, like, the way to, like, structure your business and try things different and, you know, attack different products and expand your season. I heard you talking about that, like just doing Christmas lights and stuff like that, because everyone will hear, they'll be like, oh, I want to drop pressure washer, I want to drop window, whatever it may be. And that's wonderful. And I love that dream because I love working hardcore for 6 months, but I do work 12 months out of the year. Right now, I just contacted 15 HOAs that are about to open so that I can see if I can get on their bid
you don't
list.
get the 2.8 million by sleeping.
I probably closed, I want to say 60% of the commercial probably in October, November time. And so it's about setting up that stuff to be ready. Okay, so if you don't book here, this is going to be your pricing. When you book here, this is going to be your pricing. So it's I mean, you know, I'm preaching to the choir right here.
Yes.
I mean,
No, we're listening. I'm nowhere near that level. Go ahead.
that's the battle
I'm
of like
taking
staying
notes.
relevant and keeping your contracts relevant also, because I know you've heard me say this a million times, Ron. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Because I'm looking at every single contract I have right now, and I have, what are we at, 60?
Come on, Murphy, get out of the way. Let her sit down, dude.
60% commercial, 40% residential. But this year residential, I do have to say, and I know I saw it all over the Facebook groups, I can't get nothing but $4 a foot in DFW. Just can't get $4 a foot in nothing but DFW. What is the problem is restructuring my brand to look more professional and make myself stand out. That's what I'm doing in the off season. So when we get in the season, I look like a standout coming in. I look professional. I look like somebody you want to pay $10, $12, $8 a foot, that you want to see my beautiful green. I'll throw up, what did we do at that one house? I think we did $5,000 in just greenery. That took us an hour to throw up.
It's like, I don't know, 60-inch wreaths, one on every
ornaments,
peak.
bows.
She's like, you know what? You need a wreath on every peak.
That's exactly.
That's luxury. And she's like, honey, that's luxury. Like,
but it's all about my sales, because you have to change yourself. If you're selling the exact same way you were selling 2 years ago, you're not winning right now. You're not thinking. Trends change, markets change. I mean, people are buying stuff off of TikTok shops now. Like we're buying things differently. The consumers are consuming in a different way. You're either consuming in high luxury or you're consuming in low discount. So where's you as a company? Where's you as a person? Where's you as a brand? Do you want to fall in that? So brand image, building up your contracts, looking at your contracts and saying, is this juice worth the squeeze? Sometimes I got 6 houses lined up. That's worth it. Even if they're considered low bids to someone else, that's worth it to us. So, all right, I have to get my kids from sports. So it was lovely seeing all you guys and meeting all you guys. Well, meeting you, Charles. I know the top. I know all these faces. I still wear his shirt, his pink shirt. We wear it all the time at the shop. We support that.
Thank you.
It was nice.
Damn, Chelsea just
on a rant.
Oh,
I love it.
I went on a rant, Laura, but that was for Laura. You know, I only love Laura, and she knows that too.
And I will tell you
You're
this,
the only
Chelsea.
one who can get a word in edgewise around here.
I'll tell you this. Laura has told me at least no less than 4 times this season, just like Chelsea said, Ron, is the juice worth the squeeze right here? Like she must have said that to me.
That's my favorite saying.
4 times. Is the juice worth the squeeze on this job?
I can
Chelsea was
any
right.
limit, but do I want to?
No, but when you think about it, you're like, that makes sense. I mean, they want to pay $1,000 to do this, but is the juice worth the squeeze for all the work we have to do to get it?
Yeah, is it worth it to me? Because what if you have an insane roof monkey who can hit a peak in like 2.5 seconds, and I don't have that, and it's going to be hard for me. I'm going to have to get a lift. I'm going to have to do all this jazz.
Yep.
My squeeze is different than your squeeze, and if you're not assessing your business on a constant basis, and you're not assessing your product, and even how you're storing your product, even when you're buying your product, even when you're prepping, I got a whole wall back there of Husky toes ready to go at prep lights for next season. Let's go. Because say, hey, I'll be there tomorrow. I'll be there in 2 days, and the product's already ready to go. That's going to win you all day long. So if you're not thinking about that stuff as a whole, do you truly want to be Christmas full time? Or are you just playing? That's your question to yourself. All right. Have a wonderful day, guys. It's great to see y'all.
Nice.
Oh,
Do you even want to be Christmas full time, or are you just playing?
Are you just playing?
That's cool.
Yeah, preloading. But yeah, when we do it full time, you've done it for a couple of years, is you've really just hyper focused on everything. Like, how do we prep, and is there a better way to prep, and why isn't there, like I say, like bullets out of the chamber, because you have first responders that shoot a gun, right? And they only have a moment to shoot it. Like, do they have the bullets in a pocket, a magazine in another, and the pistol over there on the table? No, they got one racked back on their hip. And the same thing happens with Christmas. It's a short window. So you need to rack up some Christmas lights, do some pre-orders, prep it, get it ahead of time, invest into yourself. And that's the biggest thing that, one of the biggest residential jobs that we did this year was that we did it the very next day. So it was converted, and then we went out the next day with crews. And it, like, logistically, with supplies, with resources, everything like that, it is so hard to do that. Like, I don't think people understand how hard it is to pull off something like that. You really have to have your systems in check to do that. And the other thing is, like, all those quotes that we archived and everything, it's not that people said we were too expensive. They just said we can't afford your service. Right. They literally were they're not like, oh, this is ridiculous price. They were like, we understand why, but we can't invest that much into Christmas lights like this, especially, we lease everything. So we own the product and everything. It's kind of like, how much are we going to spend and all this stuff. So having Chelsea, Gracie, and all that on the team and everything, you can see the type of energy that everybody brings and the different ideas that we come up with. So it's very high.
You say we, she says I.
Well, I mean, you got to give credit to where credit's due, I like we as a team, but also the accomplishments that woman has done. Also, that is an I. So
there's no me and team, or is there? But that's cool, man. Yeah, I sell materials as well, and you have the people that come in that buy from you, and they're in the pocket of the season, and they're making good money, and they just wish it would never end, and they see how much money they're making. They're thinking, I would like to be full time, and I would like to only do this. And it's just like someone who rides the motorcycle in the summertime, but they say they ride all year round. In the wintertime, they drive their car. It's the people are like, I would love to do this all the time, but it's just something that people say when they come in the office. And they also say, man, next year I'm going to pre-order and I'm going to do all these things, but they just don't do it. But the idea in your mind is, the right thing to do, that you want to do it, but connecting those dots and actually do it's a little bit, tougher than it looks.
Execution.
Especially when it's seasonal income, but full-time work. The seasonal income, you find a way to spend all that money pretty damn fast after the tax man takes his cut and the takedowns take their cut. And every other thing takes their cut, and the shit that you kind of messed up, you have to go back and fix those few things. That takes that's cut. Then you start looking at what you have, and you cut that and divide it by 10. And then that's how much you have to live month to month until the next season starts. To say how much you'd like to pre-order. You're like, shit, I don't know if I have enough money to make it to next season, much less put money for a pre-order. Right? Am I right? And then, thinking, I would love to do this year round, but how do you get to that level where you have enough money where you don't need to? And how much money do you need to have in your bank that you don't want to pursue making $1,000 today? So I don't even want to make anything until next Christmas. I mean, it's a very complicated, complex problem that we actually live it. I know you do too. And a lot of people, they live vicariously through the people who do like that.
Well, I mean, the main thing is, like, we got that training event on the 17th, and it's like, just like all these people, even if you guys have training events, it's like, I want to go because you're around like-minded people that actually are living this. Like, it's one thing to say, right? But it's another thing to do. And that's the other thing is, like, I'm learning, like, some people are trying, but you also have to, like, perform and do, like, and so the doers, I don't know what that one movie is, like, I'm a doer, it's like, there is some principle to that. Is like, how did you get here? Like, what is your story? And anybody who's gone through the adversity of all those little challenges, man, you got a story. What's your story? I want to know your story, because there's lessons to be learned there, or like even improve myself, And every time I talk to somebody and get their story, I love people's stories. I'll sit there all day long and listen to people's stories, because it's a life, it's a journey they lived, and I kind of want to understand like the failures. I love people. Everybody talks about their success, but it's like, oh, you said something about like Joey is always winning. All that. It's like, man, I don't win. I like every 10 things I do, I fail at. It's just everybody's focused on the wins. You know what I mean? But behind the scenes is like, man, sometimes I'm like, am I doing the right thing? Or this and that, and trying to make good decisions. And it is very hard. I don't want to underestimate it at all. So I have adversity, and I think it just toughens you. That's why we say the Christmas light season ages you so much, is because if you try to go for it, I mean, full send, you're going to have some adversity there. I mean, how many flat tire trailers did I have? How many did they not hook up the 7-pin into the trailer and it scraped across the ground and now your back tail lights are out and you get it pulled over? Like all these things hitting all the time. It's like every day. Backup tire. Do you have the 7-pin in the trailer so they could rewire it and before they come out? Like, do you have something to jack up the trailer just to get the tire off? Like, there's so many things. And that's where, you know, I want to put on a Christmas light training, especially going over safety and just how to operate the business, just how we do it. It's not right. It's not wrong. It's just the way we do it. And maybe there's lessons learned there. And so trying to get that started up and kind of teach others, because it's such an exploding industry. I don't want to say it's a growing one. It's been exploding for so long. And I want people to do it the right way. I want them to separate the market a little bit. And it's like, what makes a professional person instead of everybody calling themselves pro, even in their names? You know, it's like, that doesn't make you so much a professional. And we don't even do everything right. I got my name plus Christmas plus lighting. And it's like, that's not holiday. Like, we target only Christmas. And it's like, well, that's where we make a lot of the money. Don't have your name, have something like Illuminations or something like that, right? And it's like, so you can resell all these things. But when people look at our brand and our trailers, it's like they understand that is luxury. Like a Nike check is you like envision in your head all the.
I think it's a swoosh.
Yeah, the swoosh, right? And then they call it a swoosh and all this stuff. It's so simple, but when you see it, it's like this catalog of players and everything else and branding that has gone around. You see that swoosh as something else. When you first saw it, it is not what you think it is right now. And that's how our kind of company is I look at it, I'm like, should we redo our logo and this stuff to paint a picture of this artistic, you know, holiday lighting type thing with us? And I'm like, but does it matter? That's the other big thing, is you idolize these things and does it matter? I don't know. Like, we're doing fine. And some people are like, oh, you need to rebrand. You can get to fucking this much and this much. And it's like, really, I need to be, you know, having relationships with developers and city officials and like showing our good work, creating different content for that, and like streamlining our processes. Where when I say that we had the highest conversion on a residential, we installed it the next day, that tells you about our processes without me telling you everything about our processes.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow, dude. Wow. So what is the date again, Laura?
Isn't it February 17th, Joey?
He won't say. He won't say nothing.
Just think of President's Day. Monday,
President's Day.
February 17th. I think it's President's Day. And that's what's going on.
Is it on Monday?
Monday the 17th.
On a Monday, yeah.
Monday only? Just Monday only?
Yeah, one day event. We're just going to go over the materials, everything, because there's certain things, even with trainings, I think a lot of time is wasted with certain things. So we're going to hyper focus on permanent lighting. Some other things to be coming out. Lots of updates with a lot of things. Like, it's just, I mean, like I said, I sent Gracie, she was like probably 70 tasks today, you know, with our team. And I'm just like, lots and lots of things moving. But that's when people are like, how do I create a year-round Christmas light company? And it's like, you don't have 70 tasks right now that you can ramble off your head. Like, then you need to kind of talk to somebody who does it, or go. And not everybody has their door open. I've asked people to open their doors for me and just kind of like peek in. And I was like, you know, we teamed up with Lights at Wholesale and everything. And it's like, you never know where things are going to lie, and aligning yourself with people. And I don't mind showing people our process, because you are the X factor in your business. You really are. So like, if you remove us and out of this warehouse and somebody comes in, we have processes. You will be successful with it. But all of a sudden, you know, the whole like vision of the company is now changed.
Yeah.
And so we are the visionary people. We are guiding this thing upwards and onwards until you sell it. And it's like, okay, maybe you plateau a little bit more because you're just not that X factor that was there before. And what makes that X factor, that's a big thing too, is like, I could go on hours about that. You know, I just always have an opinion about these things because I'm always analyzing these things. And so I break them down to the deepest of core to maybe truly understand what we're doing here instead of idolizing. I think a lot of times I've talked about that in your business, like, oh, I'm going to put this client over here and tell them their install date. Did you ask your client when they want it installed? Like, did you ask them? like this is customer service. You're trying to gain an experience, and it's like, what's the best time for you? And you fit it around that. It's just I idolized it, and I put them on like a premium date, and they didn't even turn the lights on, you know. And then I'm going around neighborhood servicing, and then you have residentials, and then you see that the residential lights are turned off, and it's like it goes from Christmas to New Year's, and I thought people would maybe switch them off after New Year's, and they just keep them on. There's some people when it's Christmas, the next day off. I didn't know that about our clients, and I'm like, that was just last year, and I'm like, why didn't I ask? I could have started taking this stuff down earlier, right? It's always ask. Stop idolizing what your customers are doing, and call your customers and be like, how can we better service you? You know, what are your dates, and have these questionnaires and these processes with your team to where you can be effective, you can track it. People like, oh, I don't have a CRM and this data. I'm like, man, you'll never be full time unless you got, you know, cut like 10, you know, just $100,000 projects or something. But then your business is also risky, because then you don't diversify your portfolio. You lose one contract, you just lost $100,000.
Yeah.
Versus like a balance of it, because right now we're 90% commercial. 3 or 4 years ago, it was like 50%. So like we've really scaled in the commercial space just because the service we provide, the renderings, and people are like, oh, it takes too much time to do renderings and stuff. Well, that's because you're an operator and owner on a truck. So you can't do rendering. You don't have somebody at an office doing renderings. Once you can break that, then you can provide a different service, and you're going to attract a different customer in your market.
Or learn that.
Yeah, I learned it within 30 days. I just clicking buttons. That's all I did. I didn't watch there was one YouTube where it was like a city hall, and it was all fuzzy. It didn't look good. And I'm like, well, that's not worth anything. And it was like 30 seconds long. And then I started doing it, and now, you know, I love doing it, and it changed our business. So
Photoshop
changed the business. I can do anything, any pixel, any movement. And then they plugged AI into Photoshop. It's called generative fill. I can literally swipe it and say, extend the photo. I can literally extend photos like this. I could put, you know, dim the window or make it look like light is coming from a dinner table in the window. And it's just a black window. And you just highlight it and type that in. Like AI changed the game even for Photoshop. So then you're creative.
Or the background remover. It's like, boop, done.
Boom. And now this year or early last year, they did it on your phone. You can clean up, like if you get an old phone and you take a photo based on the lens, there's a mirror there, and like high quality ones, I think they took the mirror out, where you get all those blue dots, and you're trying to line up the blue dot with the light because you don't want to erase the blue dots. Now you can take it in Photoshop Express, and it's a cleanup tool. And all you do is just swipe over it, and it just erases the blue dots. And then you upload it social media, all from your phone. You clean up.
I have one of those, Google Pixel 9 Plus.
See?
Yeah.
And it's like, what tools do I have in my business to really get that social media content up, kind of market? And that's what Zuzak has done really well, you know, with the core drilling. Like everybody can just, when they think of core drilling, they think of Zuzak because he put that in. Everybody's scared. I don't want to core drill into somebody's near their expansion joint. I think I'm going to crack. He's like, this ain't hard. Check this out. Fires it up, and it's like, oh, well, maybe I can do that. And he makes things possible for other people that don't think, like, they kind of have that, they're beating themselves up, and they're like, maybe I'm inadequate or this or that because of, you know, who they've idolized as themselves, is like, maybe I'm not good enough. And it's like, stop that right there. Don't have an ego, but don't tell yourself you can't do something without trying it.
Well, I tell you what, speaking of which, right now the hot topic for us is permanent lighting.
Yep, sure is. I think you kind of already sold me. I think I might be making making a trip to Dallas, dude.
Yeah, come on.
So
man.
We were gonna do something here, but you know, I don't have permanent lighting, and I've never installed it. I've been through one training, and the permanent lighting, I must have at least 20 contractors. It's like, when are you having it at your warehouse? When are you having it at your warehouse? And I'm like, great question. And then I'm contacting, I would say 4 or 5 of the people who I think are the biggest people in permanent lighting. But the sense of urgency, is that a good thing to say? The sense of urgency of, here's someone who has a warehouse. He has all these customers that want to buy from him. There's a big interest. If we can just plug ourselves into that market, this guy has already got it started. We can turn it into something, but I just haven't connected the dots in the last couple of months searching. But when you're talking about product, you want to find a product that's going to last, you know, at least the 5 years is what you're looking for, because you don't want to install something and have, you know, 2-3 years worth of problems that you're going back and fixing with your name tagged to it.
Absolutely.
But so that's, everyone's trusting the people who they trust. And they say, well,
Mhm.
Ron, I trust you to do the research and find a product. And if you trust it, I trust your judgment. And for people like me, who's kind of like the wolves are at the door asking for this product, I trust Murph, and Murph is saying that he's got something. So that's why we're going to Dallas. We're going to check it out. And if it looks good, we're going to bring it to Houston, but we'll be in Dallas on the 17th.
Yeah,
Okay, so
check it out.
Murph,
Yeah.
you using Visilights, right?
Yeah, Lights at Wholesale permanent lighting brand is Invisilights. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna go check that one out and get the whole thing, and we'll definitely make a video of how it works. And then if everything works out as planned, we're gonna have a product. Maybe this one is what me and Murph have been talking about behind the scenes. We'll have this available
Because I have
in Houston.
I have like maybe about 5 customers that are in the queue that are basically ready to install as soon as
Everyone
find out
does.
what product.
Everyone
what
does.
product we're using.
Here's the thing, though, is like I'm about to post. I've been so busy back to back, but we had a customer, Rylan, and he comes in today, and he's beating down my door. Same thing is like I got all these customers. Look at this house. He has a roofing company. We replaced the roof, and I was like, okay, let's take a look at the house. And he's like, I want to do permanent lighting. It's all one story, and the square footage of this house is so massive. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like a gold mine as far as like applying, getting revenue into your company. He already did the roof from him. He already got that, and now he has a relationship with the client. And then I was like, you know what? Just come in. I'll show you some things. Our training is February 17th, but let me just show you a couple things so maybe you can go and sell it, because that's another big thing is people come to these trainings. Like when I was up in Utah, is they came in and then one of the companies said, we've already sold one of these jobs. We're here to like fully understand it. So people are selling these jobs and they fully haven't had any training or they don't understand it. And I looked at it and I'm like, okay, I'll help you design it, but I really want you to come to the training because cutting the tracks and all that stuff, that's probably like the hardest part out of all of it.
Exactly.
It's kind of the construction side, right? And it's like, how do I cut this? And I'm like, you don't need a big saw. 10 snips is all you need to get started. You don't have to invest into a chop saw with a fine tooth blade. You don't have to do that right away. You can later. It'll make it easier for you on the job site. And in Utah, one guy was 10 snipping it, and he even did it in a way that folded it to where it like locked in place. And I'm like, but I was like, how did you do that? Like, why did you do it that way? He's like, because I've done it 1,000 times and I just found a better way to do it. And I'm like, so show me how you did it. You know what I mean? You've done it 1,000 times. So, but I recognize that he did do it 1,000 times. So he comes in, I take, hey, will you take like how you feel about the product real quick and let me upload it to social media? We're trying to do branding for this and everything. He says, yeah, it does video. And with that is like, there is a program you can invest into that will give you some discount off. Half of it is into products. But the other thing is like, I was in the, it's called an authorized dealer right now. I'm actually branding wise. I want to change that just a little bit, but the official name is authorized dealer. And you can get into that program. And what happens is there was 10 people in there today. I hopped in and Armando's running it and everything. And they're like, hey, I have this project that's coming up, but how would you do this? And Armando's typing it up and he's saying, hey, you can run it this way. Oh, well, do I need a 24 volt system versus 36 volt system? No, you can power inject, but if you don't want to power inject, just do the 36 volt, run it, do the 2 tiers. But he's walking through and setting the company up for success. You know what I mean? That's one thing is everybody's so worried about the product that you're going to install it wrong or you're going to get there. Nobody's going to answer. Like we literally have product support. We have me, there's this whole team of people all over the place. If I'm too busy, I will get you on to the next person. And that person's going to take care of you. And so that's what we're trying to do is that's what the customer service side of Lights at Wholesale is everybody, when you look at these forums is like, man, the customer service is just crazy. Less than 2 days shipping all across the country, free shipping over $399. Like who does this? It is insane amount of movement. Can I get somebody on the phone? Can I get, like you're saying, use the word with it though, Ron, with sense of urgency. And the thing is, I think everybody
phrase.
Well, it's like, I'm not getting an answer and I don't feel like there's a sense of urgency and then they don't communicate too much to you. But the thing is like to do and package, like I talked about packaging is like setting these people up with the right, like digital brochures and like doing it the right way. And so it's like, you don't want to launch a product and it's insufficient. You don't want to do trainings and scale up if it's an insufficient thing. And so that's where we're in and we're building and building and building, but we're so pumped. And I feel like you can hear it in Chelsea's voice and my voice when we start going, it's like, let's go. Like, let's make this happen, you guys. Like, what is stopping you? And it's like, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. It's like, it is. I'm calling you out on your BS why you can't do this. I will help you do this. Like even with Ryland, like how far away is this? Okay. I said, if you don't have an extension, I will Uber package, which we do, is Uber package the extension to you. You just have to go over to the Uber car and pick it up out of the thing. And that is the support we're trying to give to the clients who support us.
The Uber Eats.
Uber package.
Yeah, they make it Uber package, and you put it in the trunk, and then he pulls up, and you've got to. They don't even lift any of the boxes or anything. So it's just that's if you'll see more of that at the training, you'll get the energy that we bring to the trainings. We're moving stuff in the warehouse, getting set up for it since it's coming up. It's coming real fast, real close. So February 17th,
President's Day.
President's Day, pretty much 8 to 5. Lunch is provided. And we'll probably do just a little hangout, something afterwards for people that want to stick around and stuff. So
we're sticking around. We're staying the night at your house. You're like, what? No, you're not. But yeah, I'll see you there. Turkleson, what's up, dog?
What's up?
Man, I seen your camera was off. Everything all right?
Yeah, I don't know why it was off.
We were saying goodbye to. No, it just turned back on.
No, it said I was backstage. You didn't let me in.
No, you were backstage with the camera off.
No, I had the camera.
You did? I did. Well, you're right. Oh, you're right.
All right.
Yeah, what's going on, brother?
Kansas City by 7. Oh, wait.
Yeah, we moved on by that.
I know.
Yeah.
I've been listening.
So what do you think about the permanent lighting industry?
We're going to do some training for Invisilights. So we're going to go down and see Joey here.
Hey, what do you think about the permanent lighting business? And in relation to holiday lighting, as you refer to it.
Yeah, I think with permanent lighting, I think it's just there is a lot of requests for it now. I think it's gotten more popular over the last couple years. Even we've been doing perm light for 11 years.
Permanent lighting.
We started doing with Minleon, so the pebble lights and whatnot, and so we still have a few clients that still have a lot of those products. We've had to upgrade some of that to like with the new controllers and whatnot. But I know there's a lot of different things out there, like Joey was saying with Invisilights. You've got all sorts of different things out there. Yeah, to me, it's with some of it, you just have to be prepared to have your crew go out and do service calls and whatnot.
No, he's sitting here rolling the joint. Go ahead, please. Don't let Charles distract anyone.
How do we get that one? Damn. That makes for a good video.
No, what were you saying, Eric? Permanent lighting. Go ahead.
Segment, we're going to learn.
Yeah, or how to use a rolling machine and a grinder. Anyway, go ahead. What are you saying?
Involved in it. Sure you have the capacity to do it. Because I've known a lot of guys that have gotten into perm lighting, then they take their eye off the holiday lighting or landscape lighting, whatever it is. But if your business can support it, I've always looked at it as, with perm lighting, it's kind of the gift that keeps on giving. It's one of those things that you don't just set it and walk away. I mean, there are some things that you're going to have to re-engage, and hopefully those that are getting started have like service contracts or maintenance agreements, things like that are attached. That's really important to do. A lot of these guys, and it's even in our holiday lighting industry, a lot of people just think everything's real easy. Oh, I'm going to start doing that, or I'm going to start doing this. And then they're like, wait a second, hold on. What am I doing? And I'm not doing any one thing really well. So I just, caution people. I think there's a lot of money to be made in it. Do your due diligence and find, what works best for you. But as I said, I think there's a lot of good perm lighting manufacturers out there and good people that can train it.
But do you do it in season? Like if you're a Christmas light guy, what's more money, installing permanent lighting during Christmas season or installing Christmas lights? And I think the answer is Christmas lights, in my opinion, I think, right?
I would go over that in the training. I've broken numbers down, and there's also something you're not considering with all of it. I'll say it in the training. I ain't saying it right here.
You're not saying it right here.
Yeah.
But isn't that a question? Isn't that a question?
It is.
Though, like Joey, comes down to Joey, like the efficiencies too, right? So the more you work with perm lighting, the better you get at it. I think that kind of shrinks the gap probably between, Christmas lighting or holiday lighting and perm lighting as far as, can I do it quickly? Can I get out there and I'm very intentional and I can get out there and install it correctly? Because then I think, obviously you're going to be more profitable. It's just like with Christmas lighting. The better efficient you get, the more profitability you have, the more you can scale that business. But I think there's a lot of things that you have to look at as whether you're a business owner, you're a sales manager, or whatever function you play within your organization, of bringing in holiday lighting or bringing in landscape lighting or bringing in perm lighting. I mean, there's a lot of things. I mean, we're even getting to the point now, we're just offering more things, as you talked about earlier, Ron, with like even the palm trees and being able to be year round, where, maybe in March I can go sell a palm tree and May selling it what I would have made on a couple jobs doing Christmas lighting. So it really has to be, I've always told people, whatever works for you, whatever fits into your box. You can listen to a lot of people listen to these podcasts that we do. I think we have a lot of good information to share, a lot of industry experience, not just industry experience, but just, even sales experience, like Ron with us in the car industry and whatnot. So a lot of things to take from it, but if it works for you, if it's something you do want to get involved in, then I tell people, do it, because it's your business. You have to, like when people go, oh, you should do this, or you should use 15-inch spacing. I'd never use, 12-inch spacing, or whatever people throw out there. At the end of the day, whether it be the, adding on perm lighting or anything else, if it works for you and it's going to bring more money into your company, then I say do it, investigate it, and find out what the best products out there are for you.
Yeah, I like that you brought up the terms and conditions part. That's a huge one with this, because the one thing is that they got into, like, that one couple that sold that job, and they were there at the training, and now they're kind of getting educated. I was like, how's your terms and conditions?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's really concerning that you sold the job and you don't understand the product fully. You're diving head in, but like you could be like losing money on this job, and that's a lesson to be learned. But you didn't have to do that. You could have gone to the training and done it. So the steps to be taken, but then the terms and conditions is huge, I think. And that's when that guy stopped by today. Is half of the conversation was about product, and the other half was about how to structure the terms and conditions where I don't get screwed on this. So I think it's a big thing.
Yeah, you got to protect yourself. I think with all that, I mean, there's a lot to learn, but I think when collectively we have a lot of information to share, and I think if people are willing to listen, I think sometimes people will just dive in head first. I know I have a lot in life, something you learn as you get a little bit older. You guys were kind of talking about end date, like, right? Like, when do you want to retire? We've often talked about it is, with a lot of people say, have a good work-life balance, but I think everybody on here, it's just part of our lives, right? We don't just, it's 6:25, half the staffs have already left, and we're still talking about the stuff that we love, right? The industry. And I think if you can get to that point, I don't think there's ever a finish line. I think, for me, I'm like, maybe in 2051, I'd like to say, okay, it's time to relax a little bit. That gives me another, 26 years to go out there and keep winning. But, you never know. It's got to, as long as it's fun for you and as long as you enjoy it. And I don't think there's a time limit on it, but I think it does come down to where you want to be. I think all of us want to be financially independent, right? Where it doesn't matter. You can be like, we're going on Hawaii 5-0, 5-1, whatever you and Laura want to do, and you don't have to worry about it. You're like, hey, we're taking another trip. We're going somewhere else, because it doesn't matter. We're financially free. We can do whatever we want. So, but you're right, Joey, with the terms and conditions, understanding those things when you do get into the permanent lighting, or even, stuff that you write up, if you guys are doing anything with contracts, like some of our bigger clients, I put a full-fledged contract together that has penalties in it that I have to, abide by. And I've put them out there. I've said, okay, here's a penalty that I will put in place should we not have this up by a certain date. And they love it. And going in, but you just got to win both ways. It's got to win for your customer. It's got to win for you as well. But, just looking at those types of things, making sure you're covered all the time. But Ron, your question about, perm lighting and that, I think there's a ton of people. I think, even Charles saying there, probably 25 people have asked me, when are we going to start doing some again? And, it's one of those things. Does it fit into our business model right now? I'm not sure, but I do like the graphic you put up, Ron, with the trees and whatnot. those are things that you can look at and say, I can do some early ordering with my client base, with all my residential customers, or even my commercial customers that have restaurants or bars or things like that. And to put those trees in doesn't take anything. I mean, a couple hours to go set it up, do that, but you can make, $1,500 on a tree. Why not?
Yeah, I think if you're breaking it down, if you're a full-time Christmas light business, your number one goal is to expand the season longer. You're trying to get the stuff installed earlier. You're trying to get it later in December. You're trying to minimize your go backs. And then after Christmas, you're like, I don't want the cash register to be unplugged. I want to continue extending the season past that into February. What can I offer that's something like Christmas lights? How do I keep this boat moving and keep employees employed or workers working throughout the season or in the off season? Do I do weddings? Do I do permanent lighting? It seems like my main thing is Christmas lights, but I could also install permanent lights off season. It'd be interesting for someone to try to persuade me to say it's in replacement of Christmas lights or holiday lighting or something like that, especially commercial projects. But from stories I've heard from people, the amount of money that you make on one Christmas light job versus one permanent lighting job, the profit margins are just completely different. And the distribution is a whole nother aspect of it. Selling Christmas light bulbs versus selling permanent lights, there's more profit in permanent lights selling it if you're buying it at the right price and you have a product that's highly sought after. But as far as distribution is concerned, that's something I'm really kind of wrapping my head around, is whether I just want to provide the service and do I want to sell it. And as far as Christmas light distribution, what's your opinion, Eric, of what it looks like in the next few years? Because it's changing pretty damn fast.
Say that one more time, Ron.
The Christmas light business, it used to be $1 a bulb, and it used to be 80 cents a bulb. But now you're seeing, these in-season discounts that look like pre-orders from 3 years ago. Yeah. And the distribution of products for Christmas lighting, where do you see it going? Do you see it it's finally hit some kind of plateau and it's about to head into a different direction, or what?
Yeah. I think you're going to see that. I think that where bulbs, you're seeing them. You're seeing them for 50, 55 cents. You're seeing that on early order. That's not uncommon. I don't really see that, over the next couple of years getting lower than that. I think you're going to see that probably 50 cents is the magic number. As far as low as it will go, if you're, a wholesaler being able to buy the bulb. But
like for a distributor, there was a time where it was like the modern day gold rush and everyone wants to be selling shovels, or everyone wants to be a Christmas light distribution company, and everyone's selling out of their garage or out of their house or extra materials they have that they didn't use this season. I mean, it's just normal Facebook Marketplace and things like that. But I've seen a decline in people selling materials, or the people who said, yeah, I think I'll do it, and they're just doing a few houses and they're also dabbling into distribution, that he's ejected from it. I've seen in the last season a lot of smaller companies who tried it out and changed gears. Where do you see distribution going?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of, I think Joey even mentioned it too, what he's doing now, change he's making. There's a lot of work that's involved, right? And it's, where do you want to spend your time? Do I want to spend my time as being a full-fledged installation company and then go sell products on the side? If that's your jam, then that's your jam. But I see it where it's going to pare down. I think you won't see as many distributors of the holiday lighting because it's some guys get into it and they're like, no, this is way too much. I never thought it'd be this much work. What people do see is, wow, Joey, man, it looks like you're killing it. And you're like, yeah, well, I'm probably killing myself is basically what's going on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no,
but
for real.
Right? People see the glam side of it, but they don't see, and you guys were both talking about it earlier, there's risk, right? There's investment. There's things, I always look at people that are jealous of people that are like, oh my God, that guy's $1 million. He got so much money. He's loaded. And I'm like, yeah, but he wasn't at one point. I mean, the guy was poor at one point, but he was hungry. He was hungry to do more. And so people have to realize that it's not, it takes time. It takes time to build your business. It takes a lot of guts to run a business. It takes, we talk about it now. We could probably be on this thing for midnight. I think we're sitting at 2.5 hours right now.
Oh,
I'm like thinking, I could do this all night long. My wife would be like, okay, time to go to bed. What are you doing? But
you're like, just 5 more minutes, man.
Yeah. But that's stuff that I enjoy. But I don't think I've ever, since I was 9 years old and started working, that I ever looked at a clock, that I ever cared what time it was, unless, if I had more work to do, I wanted to get it done because I was excited about it. I wanted to see the end result. The one thing that I think going back to what Joey talked about with, understanding, like we talk about contracts and understanding the terms and conditions, it's also labor plays a part in it. And I found that, we've got some good labor, but I don't necessarily have the labor I had availability to back in the day. So we are having to go out early, right? We are having to go out in September and hang Christmas lights, which, most of our customers don't, because we say, hey, what if we guarantee they're going to be up by Thanksgiving? That's the magic word, right? And they're like, oh, yeah, come out whenever you want. Come out in July. I mean, I've got people that are like, come out in the summer. I don't really care. But it's also making sure that you have the labor to do that. So when we talked about this earlier, I feel confident that if I were to start from ground zero tomorrow, it's like kind of like Grant Cardone. He's like, whatever amount of money, I could go start a business 90 days and make $1 million. In this case, I think that you could go from zero to $1 million in the course of a season, but do you have enough labor to support it? Right?
Yeah.
But I can go out and sell and I can do whatever. And we've talked about different numbers, how much you can get per linear foot and all that kind of stuff. Confident that I could go out and crush that. But then do I have the workers, even if you're doing like 1099 or whatever, getting competent labor to go out there and I know they're going to do a great job.
Competent labor.
Right. And support the brand. I mean, that's the thing.
Competent labor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with it is like we've evolved over the years, and like how I view ourselves now is like we do a lot of 3-dimensional displays, custom. Even we like did an 8-foot custom bow ×2, and it's like, I mean, you're talking tower trees, and it's like, well, with those type of things, are you going to have competent labor? Even with permanent lighting, like you can scale it, but like there has to be a very competent person on like doing the controller and everything. And it's like, well, over time, the controllers have gotten better where it's really easy actually to do it now. And that's where I think everything's exploding with permanent lighting. But do you have competent labor that like can cut tracks? Like, do they understand the concept of cutting tracks and all that stuff? With Christmas lights, a lot of times you could throw it up and there could be stuff messed up and the client doesn't even care because it's high up. They can't see it. And maybe you don't get that trip.
And it's only temporary.
Yeah, the kids are happy, so I'm happy. Yeah,
right.
So,
permanent's different.
If you want to try to tackle different things, competent labor, even like with distribution, that's a whole nother type of thing that like when you try to scale it up and then, you don't have barcodes, you don't have, an inventory management system and like, where's your shrink loss, all this stuff. And it's like these terminologies like, well, I'm not competent in it. So I don't understand it, but I'm getting into something I don't understand. It's at all times, if you're going to do something like what Eric said was like, it doesn't fit your business. And this is something you want to do, like truly do. Cause I had business ventures and I'm going through it and it's like, I'm getting stretched a little thin. And then it's like, I'm not liking this anymore. When I set out to do this and I quit being a firefighter and everything else is like, no, let's sell that part. Let's not do this anymore. Cause I'm just not having a fun time doing it. And so with it is like, even sometimes you're like, am I educated enough to do trainings? Right? Because a lot of people are like, come in, do our trainings and stuff like that. It's like, are you a competent trainer? Have you lived and had hardships to be able to tell people? Have you listened to other people's stories and are able to tell their stories as well? Because I think that's important in training, and how long have you been doing training? And it's like, well, if you haven't been doing it very long, well, what's your life experiences that you could pass on to other people? So competency, a competent installer, competent business owner to get to an extent. I think we're all always trying to figure things out, but if you have the right people around you and you can scale it up with them growing with you, because that's the other thing is we have a lot of people have ran through even Murphy Christmas lighting and everything else, but our workforce this year, we paid last year was almost triple the payroll expenses. Triple. That's insane, right? But like when you look at it, like we were doing so much, but were we the most profitable for like the company, for the owners and these things where we can give back, where we can protect ourselves? No, we weren't. We were achieving a lot of things, We got little, you can have your little plaques on the wall, but are you really growing it for your people to be able to provide things? And are they going to grow with you? And sometimes you outgrow people. I mean, it's just the way it is. It's not, hey, it's
Yes.
not gonna fit, and you're not as competent in going into all the new ventures that we're going into. I don't
That's a
think
good one.
place that this is for you. I think it's better if you're in a different place. And that's hard for somebody to hear. But every time I usually have that conversation, those people have moved on and they are in a better place. And our team became better because they aren't here. And that's not a bad thing. It can be a very good thing.
You outgrow people. I know Charles shared a story with me in season, and it was a competent worker. You want to share that one, Charles?
Oh,
The people that you had working with you fired everybody.
Yeah, fired the dude. So
He fired his whole company, everyone.
Yeah,
everybody gone.
Yeah, everybody fired.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, you're completely done. Like this dude, he just didn't understand. He just couldn't understand. There was a disconnect with, because he didn't speak English very well, or he pretended like he didn't. So we would text. You know what I'm saying? So we would text, and I would text him and his wife, so that everybody's on the same page, and so that that everybody, the instructions are here. This is what's going to be done. So he didn't follow my instructions to a T. So that required us to spend another day on a project. And so he thought that he was supposed to get paid for those days. And like, no, you fucked up. I'm not paying you for that day. The project needs to be done. You messed up every fucking thing. And so he still didn't understand it. So I'm like, okay, well, it's time. If you can't get this, and it's time for you to go, because you done fucked up too many damn times. You're hanging on a string. So I let him go. He was done.
That's how you do it over there, huh?
Yeah.
You know what? The terms and conditions for people working with you, that is another one. Like, because even if you explain it all the way, they still don't hear a word that you said because their helpers gassing them up. So it's like, you get paid on the completion of the job, and this is the set amount that you get paid when it's done. Just like if you're building a roof, you're building a fence, you're replacing the floors, you're doing any kind of service, the customer agreed they'd pay this, and that's what you get paid when the job is done. No matter if it takes you 2 weeks, 1 week, 1 day, 1 hour. That's the compensation. When the job's done and the customer says they're happy, they pay. That's what's up. And it's very hard to articulate that with a pay plan to someone who said, well, what about my gas? And what about my time? And what about my helper? And it's like, yeah, I know. What about it? Go faster. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And then you have to take in consideration, like if you worked a 9 to 5 and you were working somebody else's job, like you were a fucking W2 employee, they don't pay for your gas to go back and forth to work. Like, are you serious, dude? Get the hell out of my face.
That's how you do it. See, Charles has an interesting outlook on. So you had, would you have 2 people working with you, and then you fired them both, right? Or just one?
I fired him and his entire crew. Like, dude, you're done. Yeah, he was.
Did you hire someone else at that point?
Well, we toughed it out, and then I got a call from somebody that was trying to get in touch with me prior to a couple seasons before. He didn't have transportation, and so he finally had transportation. I was like, okay, you have a truck, you have a vehicle, all right, because we're not picking you up.
You have a ladder.
Yeah, right. You have a ladder. You have, so he helped us finish out the season. He and his crew helped us finish out the season.
It's a lot of people look at you and once the season's over with, they're like, oh, I just knew you would do it. But sometimes in the middle of the season, it doesn't seem like there's a path to victory. Sometimes, it's like, oh my God, you're in this situation where even 24 hours a day is not enough time to fix this problem that you're in, because you've contracted yourself out to so many people and so many projects. And you're like, with the staff I have, I just don't see it. How I'm going to fix this. Yeah. But you do every single year. And somehow you come out on top. But man, sometimes it looks grim.
I'm talking about, you're depressed. You're not eating and shit. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna get you sponsored by like a protein bar or something, like
exactly.
Like Murphy.
Not
Christmas
going anywhere for a while. Oh, Quest.
just you down a protein bar, and then we're sponsored by Quest because we need to get the protein in, you know.
Yep.
Now I mean, the other thing is like when like I was saying about the payroll, and we changed things up, ran a little bit leaner, did something like this and that. Like I'd have to look at the exact date, but on our takedowns, we got to get it done by the end of the month. All of our contractors say pretty much by the end of the month. One is really stiff, like within 5 days, and after that day, you're fined for $250 per day you don't take it down by January 5th. Yeah, it's very strict. And but with it is like, okay, you knock out the first 4 or 5 days, and then you're like, okay, well, get all the rest done. Like my crews were super hungry. Even when it snowed here, it did snow, the most snow we've gotten since I've lived here in like 10 years.
Yeah.
And they said
snowed for like 3 hours, right, Charles?
Yeah.
Where you guys were
and
at.
Today it's 80 degrees.
I'm telling you, it's ridiculous.
But it's at 12 o'clock on the snow day, they were like, hey, can we go take down this commercial property? It was like $30,000, but it had a lot of trees and stuff. And I'm like, you want to do this in the snow? Like, you want to take that? Like, you can just wait. It's all going to melt in like 2 days and you can hit it then. Like, we're already ahead of schedule. And they took it, they started at 12 and they brought 9 guys and they took it all down and they brought it back, stored it, everything. And I was like, dang, these guys are like, things are really jiving. And we got done with our takedowns on I think it was like the 16th or 17th. Mm-hmm. Like, we still had like 2 weeks left in the month to take down. We're done. I was like, we're done already? Like, holy moly. We just kept bumping things up and stacking it up. And I was like, why are we waiting? Let's just get it all down and let's get it back in the warehouse and store it up for next year. And so I think that too, it proves like when you refine your processes a little bit is like, we've never finished that. Our goal was not that, but for some reason it happened that way. Mm-hmm. And it's like, because everybody was jiving like that, to me, I felt like I had a company, right? Like, this is so refreshing because in the past, as I was worn down, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to go take down this property myself because I'm going to miss the time mark. And you're just getting pressure from all the properties. Like, all the board members want to know when the community decorations are, and you're like, calm down. It's the 5th. It's the 5th.
Be out there next week.
Yes.
But you're right about that one. And the thing that's kind of, it tugs at your heartstrings a little bit, and the other half, it feels great to say this that I'm getting ready to say to you. It's the guy that's like, hey, I'm just going to hang out with my family, but I think I'll be ready maybe the 7th to take some lights down, but I got something to do next Wednesday. And then finally they call you and say, all right, man, what jobs you got to take down? And you're like, none.
Right.
What do you mean none? Dude, because there's people who don't want to work fucking 9 to 5 and take all these days off. There's guys out here that it's like, you can take down every single property we have. And as soon as it's done and it's over with. It's the same as install. So if you want to take days off, your paycheck is going to reflect it. And if you call me you're like, hey, what jobs is there to do? I might throw you a bone and give you 1 or 2, but it's over. The season's over, bro.
That's it.
You need to wake up, you know, and I feel great saying that to you because I've been saying that shit to you since September. You need to take this seriously and make as much money as you can for your family because it's going to be over very quick. And then when it's over, I don't feel bad telling you that because I said that stuff in the beginning. Mm-hmm. I said it at the very beginning and I said it all throughout the process. And then after Christmas, I said, hey, there's no more work for you. I know it's December 10th, but I just have a couple trouble calls. I put people on contract and they just handle trouble calls and maintenance. And then, hey, guys, it's Christmas. There's no work until January 2nd, but whoever wants it, wants it. We all met on January 2nd. You've seen the pictures on Facebook. There was 20 people in that showroom and they all sat there and they started taking it down, labeling it, bringing it back, all the pictures, everything. And then the people who, some of our best installers that just want to work 9 to 5, but they have the best quality. You know, when they finally came around to saying, okay, I'm ready to save the day. It's like, dog, it's already saved, bro. Mm-hmm. I'm already saved, dog. You know, it's
not like
over.
A superhero and you're like, put the cape away, dude.
Yeah, dude, you're not negotiating from a position of power here. I'm done. Yep. I'm doing you a favor by giving you a couple.
That's right.
And, you know, and really you feel like you're doing yourself a favor because you have the best quality person out there, but you wish these guys that had the most talent would just fucking find some hunger. You know, like,
exactly.
Like, what is it in your life that makes you want to be mediocre? What is it? Because I'm not, am I saying something to project that onto you that mediocre is what I'm looking for? You know what I mean? I'm serious.
Well, I think the biggest thing is like people really, like to their core, they like want to inspire to be more, or they don't want to have that regret in life and stuff. And you're like, Like, what does it take and to get all this, and what kind of sacrifice and adversity did I face to get this? Like, have you even read any books or listened to other people's stories and stuff? Inside, they don't have like a hot blue flame, just jet fuel burning. They don't have like, you don't have, I can't hear it in your voice. Like when you tell, I did try to subcontract out, like, okay, let's diversify some of these subcontracting things with some residentials and stuff. And the guy had a crew and everything. He showed up one day. I was like, you're all right, but you can't do like greenery and all this other stuff. But he does it for another company. He just was like, okay, well, I got some work to keep more of your guys going. And then after that was a party. It was like a party. He's like, I have a family party, and then I have this other party. And I'm like, so do you want any work, or are you partying all the time? Like, you say you want to like be around and kind of learn, but you're just not putting the effort in. I do want you to go be with your family. I'm not like telling you to come work for me and it's like you're going to start up at like 5 a.m, you're going to go to bed at like 4 the next day. Like, it's just, I'm not asking that of you, but I have like work for you. And so it's like these, I don't know what it's called, like excuses. And then people look around and then they're like, wow, I'm like, 35, 40, 45, 50, and then you don't have what you want. And it's like, well, but look at the guys maybe that went through and they risked more, right? Because it's all risk. And everybody wants to play. Like when you're an employee, you kind of start limiting a little bit of the risk because you don't have to assume more of the risk. But then if you get involved in a company that has a great owner and it expands, you grow beyond what even you could have probably done as an owner. Or you don't want to be an owner. Not everybody's an owner. Not everybody's like a right-hand guy. Not like some people just want to go to work. They want to do the 8 to 5 and they want to be done. That's it. They play it safe.
You know, it was 2 years ago today this video was taken.
I remember that video.
Yeah. Right, Eric?
Yeah. 2 years.
2 years ago today.
Where's the music?
It doesn't sound very good, but here's what it sounds like.
I got the walk down.
Well, you jam into something.
This was like, let me take this video, and then when I get home, I'm going to make a cool video and misspell your name. It was awesome. Transworld Season 2. That was 2 years ago today. Yeah, that was in February. Remember, that was the last time we were at Transworld.
Yeah.
Joey.
Yeah.
That was the last Transworld we were at. Both of us. Yeah. And then we haven't been to Transworld since that year.
Yeah, we're going to that home service workshop, and it falls right on top of Transworld. And it's like
JT's throwing a competitive one where he has a couple people in the industry that are doing these smaller shows, and he combined them all together, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, a bunch of things. Responsibid is having their conference there, or something like that. And it's, I don't know everything and about everybody, but a lot, like 5 different expos are happening within that.
And you're going to be in the vendor hall there, right?
Yeah.
Eric, what are you doing? You doing Transworld?
Yeah, Transworld.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Ryan's got something going on at the same time. Is that the one you're going to, Joey? Or
he has a Lighted Up Expo that's part of one of the expos there, and so he'll be there. And how does that Transworld always seems like you guys always have a great booth, Eric, and everything. Like you guys actually have pretty good turnouts. And how is all that?
I love Transworld. Transworld's always been a good one. I talked to Ryan about the Lighted Up Expo. Wanted to do that.
Well, he's a featured teacher. He taught in February. He taught like 30 classes, right? Remember that? But there was like 3 trainers couldn't make it for whatever reason. So like, Eric, hey, I need you to train like every topic. You're like, okay, I got you.
That was good. I love it. Just like you guys. Anytime you can talk about the industry and try to help people, I mean, that's what it's all about. But I do like, Joey, I do like Transworld. I did want to do the Lighted Up Expo, but sometimes it's just that all this stuff falls on the same dates, and you're just like, well, I was already committed to that.
Yeah, you got to pick and choose.
Yeah.
All right.
What else are you doing this year? Where are you guys going? You guys do the
Murphy wants to know what events are going on that he's going to be there right next to you, competing with you.
I don't have palm trees and stuff. We have different products,
Yeah. Every year we do Transworld, obviously, and then the one I always like to go to. It's a landscaping show, but the Equip Expo, which it used to be GIE, takes place in October. It's kind of a later show, so it's not great for like getting orders and stuff for that current year. Sometimes you can get a few orders from that, but it's really setting up for the next year. And yeah, that's what we've got on there. We looked at maybe the huge convention this year, trying to limit it. We got out of Atlanta this year. We used to do the Atlanta. We had a permanent showroom in Atlanta where you'd go and kind of show all your new, all the new stuff to everybody. And then we moved into some temps and stuff like that. But Atlanta is just one of those things that's like, okay, we've kind of done that for the last 10 years. Maybe we do something different. So we pulled back on some of that. And then we just, for us, it's inviting people really into our showroom, coming to Omaha, the people that really want to take a vacation. I joke to, it's like Toronto and Laura. I think at some points it was nicer weather in Nebraska than it was in Texas. So it was like, I was telling people, escape the cold of Texas and come to Nebraska. We have had.
What's the opposite? Escape the warmth of Texas. Go to somewhere it's cool.
0 inches of snow in Nebraska this year.
0?
That dates back to October, November, December.
No snow? Oh, when we went to Omaha, dog, it was 10 degrees outside. Yeah. So I'm like, awesome, dude. I just can't wait to get out in the cold. Winter coats, hats, scarves. And it was like you're out in the cold for like 2 seconds, and then you're in the car with Eric, who has the fucking heat on full blast. Like, so I'm in a jacket and I'm just like fucking sweating my ass off, like can barely breathe. I got like the bag, like doing the thing, the accordion, and then and I'm like, Eric, what is it? I'm like, I'm manually turning off the heat, like 4 or 5 times going down the road, like. I should have wore shorts to Omaha. The jacket was unnecessary.
It wasn't just that. It was every building we went to, all the restaurants.
Oh my God. Inside the Holodynamics warehouse, inside Scott's personal house, it's like the thermostat's at 86 or something. You're like, holy shit. It's like, no wonder the palm trees, dude.
Yeah, no, maybe that's why they don't have all the snow, is all this heat. They open the door and it just
change the climate.
I think
global warming is starting from the Holodynamics.
From Omaha.
Yeah. But they do say that Omaha is the Cancun, Mexico.
Yeah,
nobody says that. That is missing.
But it is the home of the College World Series, and it is definitely a home of Holodynamics, and it's a lot of Christmas lights have started in Omaha, Nebraska at some point.
My uncle Warren Buffett lives here, so that's always a nice,
that's right there in the center of the America. Those are the 3 things that they'll tell you on the airplane are the things to do.
Yeah, we have the #1 zoo in the nation right now. 2 years.
We got a zoo in Houston, right, Charles? You just walk downtown.
Yeah.
Very careful. Watch your back, because the lions will get you.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, H-Town got a zoo, I think.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, we had a football team in the playoffs, but the Chiefs beat them.
You made it past where the Vikings went, so
I know.
Well, the referees, the Chiefs beat them. Yeah,
and
a
whole lot of dramatic falling
refs,
and
exactly.
Yeah, rev straight bullshit. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. I know you guys are business people and you got stuff to do. But hey, I appreciate each and every one of you. Kingdom Radio, man. Like I said, we're going to the Houston Barbecue Championship, World Barbecue Championship. So holla at us in person. That's where we'll be, and we'll be having some badass videos how to do that. We'll also be in Dallas the end of this month. So it'll be a busy end of February. And then we have a lot of cool products we want to talk to you about. If you do want these samples, you want this new Kingdom socket wire, you want these new Kingdom bulbs like nothing you ever seen with it's got a nice ring to it if I do say so myself. And we're going to be going back to our original concept of the of our clip that has the 3 clip, whereas you see in this one, it stays clipped in the straight position like this particular thing right here. Or if you like the bulbs facing out, the Kingdom clip will do both of those, but have more structure in the straight position. The all new Kingdom clip will also be out this year. So a lot of great things. But like I always say, if you're just sitting around, get off your ass and get